Watching me defenseless, not putting all my secrets on the line. I'm keeping up my love's defenses, waiting for the one I'll be calling mine. Maybe you're inches away. Could it be you keeping me safe? Yeah, think I'm seeing my saving grace in you, in you. You're the reason why I can open up, let down my walls tonight. We could run away, let our worlds collide. I'm staying where you are, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. Let our worlds collide, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I can open up, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. Maybe you're inches away. Could it be you keeping me safe? Yeah, think I'm seeing my saving grace in you, in you. You're the reason why I can open up, let down my walls tonight. We could run away, let our worlds collide. I'm staying where you are, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. My secrets are on the line, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I'm seeing my saving grace in you, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I found the one, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I'm staying where you are, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I've got thick skin, it makes it hard to begin, or to let love sink in into me. I don't mean to make things so complicated, but you know with a heart that has been jaded so many times. Jump in line, with it stare at a fair, and I think you know why. 'Cause oh, you know you're making me nervous. You're digging deep, you scratched on my surface. Hey,
Gaming Morning Show.
Tell your friends, tell your mom, Gaming Morning Show is on.
Wait, Austin, your mom is here?
No.
Why did I look over where Bob is?
Austin, your mom is here?
Is she over there?
I sure hope not.
Is she in the box?
Whoa.
I haven't seen her in like 2 days.
Get out of here, Beelin. I just got the new marble tile installed and you'll mess up the grout. Besides, like our friend Oh Guitar Boy said,
Sorry, KK.
it's time for the clinically acclaimed Gaming Morning Show. Or should I say, award-winning.
And we have a clip of the year, friends. It is the Lost City of D live.
Glad we won.
Woo! Burp, burp, burp.
Kiki Low is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D. Searching in the universe because the D is currently broken.
Gaming Morning Show won clip of the year.
Oh my gosh.
But don't you dare expect to put that Chris Emye clip, Emye Memorial Clip of the Year trophy in this
I
box.
probably should have prepared something more special.
I'm getting the walls repainted soon. Now where to put the chandelier or the bearskin rug? Oh, and the piano, can't forget that.
Maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
6 to 9 a.m. Pacific. If you wanna get specific, I couldn't imagine any other place to go than Start the day with the Gaming Morning Show.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. It is the Wednesday edition, the weekend of the week, March 2nd, 2022. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Left side of your screen, that is sports.gaming. I'm Hefty Goof. It's good to see everyone. It's a good Wednesday. Good moron to you.
Top of the morning.
I just had a bug walk by. It was on its way probably to catch the bus or something. I feel really bad about this because I crushed it. It was one of the juicy bugs.
Juicy.
So I don't know what was in there. I don't know what that means. Did the bug just eat? Was the bug expecting? Like, I don't know how that works.
Maybe it's just juicy.
Okay.
You don't have to body shame the bug.
Well, what's no body shaming? I just want to know what was inside of it.
Why is there gotta be a reason for the juicy?
Could there be like a... Maybe I had to go to the bathroom really bad.
It happens.
Hey, everybody does.
At the tone, the first poop mention of the day was at...
Oh, no! Wouldn't that be a record?
That would be pretty. I think the only way we could get faster is if you open up the show instead of morning gamers with some sort of poop reference.
I am looking on the floor though, like something got down there, and there's nothing down there. It's all right here on this piece of paper. It's gross. Yeah. So the bug happened. Maybe it was the bug from wasn't it Men in Black, where the guy like was a bug but then was in like an Edgar suit.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I need
But
sugar.
he was a big bug. I think you would know.
I like big bugs. I cannot lie. Here we go. It's going to be like that today. Thank you for being here. We got a lot of good things planned. In about 15 minutes from now, we'll do the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News. We'll recap the headlines of the day. And then we will also take a look at what's going on birthdays-wise. If you have a birthday to celebrate with us this morning, please let us know, because we like to celebrate with you. Also, this day in gaming history coming up in just a little bit as well. Let's take a look. Roll call this morning. JF Downs showed up 42 after 5 o'clock, shortly followed by Scott Chick. So the pre-show group, pretty regular there. But then Dungeon Meowster KJ's been here since 46 after 5 o'clock. So I woke up an hour and a half ago. Carry the one. That was going to be like 4:15 or so. And KJ was none too pleased, we're told.
That's not good.
Yeah. Boo. Cade Zade showed up at 58. Still made it in time for the pre-show. In fact, acknowledged that. Kiki Lowe is here this morning. Good moron to you, Kiki. It's good to see you. Also, K-Laugh is here. Drew Mega is here. Yeah, we're doing pretty okay. Yeah. Except for that bug. That bug is definitely dead.
Well, rest in peace, that bug.
I honestly thought it was like a spider or something. And so I just reacted instead of trying to like send it on its merry way. So
Sure.
Wait. K-Laugh, you knew that the poop record is 607? You're really good at your job.
We don't pay K-Laugh enough.
No, not
don't let him know though.
Would you, as a bonus, would you like me to throw in some Dr. Squatch soap? I got some gold mots you can have. If I told you that right here, the display hasn't changed, would you believe me? The Dr. Squatch display hasn't changed. Oh no, K-Laugh clipped that part. We're gonna get into our annual review. K-Laugh's gonna be like, I deserve a raise. We're like, on what merit? This clip. Just gonna show it to us on the screen. We got a whole bunch of days of the day to share with you. Coming up on this edition of the show. You know how sometimes like animals can wash up on shore? Sometimes it's really tragic and sad. What if the animal was alive?
that's less tragic.
It seems like it would be, right? Unlike this bug, still have a chance. What if it was also not marine life?
Okay.
Seems
Was
like
it
it's
like a rhinoceros.
could be. The cows of the sea, the rhinoceros. Can rhinoceri swim?
I don't know. Seems like they should be able to.
Because I know hippopotamuses are like amazing swimmers, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know why
And
hippos.
Rhinoceroses are just hippos with horns.
Yeah,
Right?
as I say, why do those two just like I group hip? Is it because of Flight of the Conchords? I'm the hip hop mamas. My lyrics are bottomless. I'm the rhinoceros. Because I got birds.
I don't
on
think
me.
it's because of them, but I think they're feeling the same thing we're feeling. That they're clearly related for some reason.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll tell you about that. If you liked the show Daredevil, or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or some other Marvel shows, well, we have some good news for you this month. And TikTok is certainly growing. There will be a new way to post to TikTok coming up, so we'll tell you about that in just a little bit as well. Yesterday was my first day doing not the same thing I've been doing for professional work for a long time. It was weird.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm guessing I've had roughly 8 full-time jobs in my life. That sounds about right. Yeah, I'd say 8. I'd only had one that I'd ever done for more than 5 years. And this was the second one. So just having like that change of routine is odd.
For sure.
It's odd. KJ is asking good word or bad word. A mixture of both. But you know what happened after that?
Did pizza happen? after
Sean
that?
and I got our favorite pizza, and it was great.
It was fabulous. It was so good.
It's too bad that they don't deliver on their own accord because we overpaid for delivery, but that's okay because we hadn't had it for probably over 2 years. Ish.
It was amazing.
So, okay, so we've talked about this pizza thing, right? The pepperonis that curl up. Top notch. Okay. But I forgot how much cheese this place puts on.
Yeah. It's good cheese too.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
It's not Kraft singles. It's good cheese. Today is Ash Wednesday.
I love Pokemon.
World. Wait.
Ash, he's got to catch them all.
That is
Ash
true.
Catch them Wednesday.
Okay.
Isn't that what it is?
I don't think that's what it is. I think that is a true statement, what you just said. There's a Pokemon trainer named Ash, and today is the weekend of the week. So... Am I trying to make that happen like Fetch in Mean Girls?
I do think.
Okay. Chat.
But I don't want you to stop.
Spread the word. Wednesday, commonly known as the weekend of the week. Everyone says it. Everyone. So yes, you're correct. Today could be a Pokemon-related day. It also could be some sort of religious holiday, I imagine. World Teen Mental Wellness Day today. National Banana Cream Pie Day. It's also National Old Stuff Day.
We always celebrate that day.
Is that in reference to like, I went to my grandma's house and there's a whole bunch of old stuff? Or is that like, I got all this old stuff that I haven't looked at for a while?
Maybe both.
I mean, technically, isn't everything old stuff? For example, you own a PlayStation 5. That thing's so old.
It's not brand new.
Like the moment...
Where's the cutoff?
Yeah, the moment you get it, technically it could be old.
Especially like, so, see, I got a PlayStation 5. And then say the next day I got another PlayStation 5. I would clearly refer to that second one as, oh, well, that's my new PlayStation 5. Does that by default make the other one my old PlayStation 5?
Absolutely. And then if you had like a third PlayStation 5, which at that point you're just hoarding and it's ridiculous, but I forget.
Well, I gotta scalp them. That's how I make money.
Then that'd be your middle PlayStation 5, and then it'd probably just be forgotten. My apologies to all the middle children out there. It is kind of funny because we were hanging out yesterday, the four of us, Sean, myself, the wives, and then our mother-in-law. And we're hanging out, and of the five of us, only my wife is not the youngest child. And so we had a lot of fun votes about, who's the best, the youngest child, and it's not surprisingly, 80% of the vote said yes.
We put it up to a vote. That's all we can do to be democratic about the decision. And
yeah, I mean, we could have had a secret ballot, I suppose. That would have helped. Hefty wife, did you vote for youngest child? I'm not going to reveal my vote. Groggy or Dias here. Good moron to you, Groggy. It's good to see you on this morning.
Good moron.
KJ said a biased vote. What do you mean? There's no way. We raised hands and everything.
It's clearly the correct decision.
No, so we had that happen yesterday.
And that's an overwhelming majority too. So
it's almost as overwhelming as the 4 and 5 dentist thing.
Some might say it's the exact amount of overwhelming.
Some might say it's precisely the exact same numbers. Absolutely. So I said that National Old Stuff Day might pertain to going to your grandma's house, right? And being like, man, grandma, all your stuff is so old, right? So I have this thing I tell my kids, and specifically my daughter a lot, is that old guy advice always comes true. Okay. So telling things like, enjoy your childhood while it's here, and, it's all these things that people say, parents to kids. And most of it does come true, because that's the case, right? You've already done it, it comes true, but they don't believe you because they've never done it before, right? It's just the way it works.
Yep.
So I tell this to my kid all the time. And then yesterday, I sometimes lay down for like 10 minutes or so and talk to her before she goes to sleep. And I'm getting out of bed, and she said something, and I don't remember what that something was, but I was like, that's actually really well thought through. Thank you for that. So it hit me in the feels and resonated with me. And she goes, yeah, young kid advice always comes true. I was like, that was good. That was good. She's witty. I appreciate her. Top of the moron to you, Keith Anthony.
Good moron.
It is good to see you. Our topic of the day pertains to, today is National Read Across America Day. This has to do with trying to get kids access to books and trying to encourage lifelong reading and being a motivation for reading all throughout your life. So we were asking you, what is your favorite book? We could have
Green
taken.
Eggs and Ham is a pretty good one.
Ooh, you like that one?
I liked that one a lot when I was a kid.
My mother, when we first had our first kid, passed along One Fish, Two Fish, and wrote like an inscription in there because she remembered that book a lot as a kid.
It's a good one too.
I shall have this beer with a fox in a box, on a plane, in a train, in the ocean, amongst the commotion, on a balloon with my platoon.
In a saloon.
I shall not fatigue of Rocket League. I will shoot this ball in the hall with y'all. That was good. So we have 2 Dr. Seuss mentioned so far. The Giver from KJ. That is my hefty wife's favorite book.
That is a good one.
You will not be surprised that as we go through these lists, I've not read many of them. I probably was assigned to read many of them during like middle school. I would love to know. I'd love to have an opportunity to talk to like my middle school reading and writing teacher and ask, how did I pass your class? Like, I want to know if like their perception was this kid is definitely reading a quarter of the book and is able to BS in a passable way on the papers.
And then that teacher just looks you in the eye and they just say, I didn't want to have to deal with you another year.
You know, if many of my teachers told me that, I wouldn't be surprised. It wasn't that I wasn't fun to have in class. I was just a lot. Wasn't mean. Wasn't, like, technically too disruptive. But that was a lot. A lot. Let's see, what else? The name of the Wind. I've never heard of that. Have you heard Name of the Wind?
No, that one's new to me.
I said, who sings that?
Who sings that book?
Well, it's because it reminds me of Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas. And so I was like...
That's sung by Pocahontas.
I don't know if you know this, but the role of Pocahontas in that animated film was not actually the Pocahontas.
Lies.
I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but that is the truth. So,
I don't believe it.
Name
Pixar didn't happen.
of the Wind. Calaf! What is the premise of name? Or, you know, I could just ask the... I could just ask the person who just told us that it was their favorite book. Kiki Lowe or Calaf. Wait. Let me try this.
Kiki, stop chatting. We're trying to talk to Calaf. Calaf, tell us about the book.
Yeah, Kiki, quit explaining the plot of this book. Calaf! What's the plot of Name of the Wind? Here, we could try this a different way. Kiki! See, and this is what I'm saying. Calaf instantly responds to me, whereas Kiki, yell Kiki to do something for us. Is why Kiki will never, mark my words, Kiki will never be the head of research and development of Gaming Morning Show. Kiki's gonna someday message me and be like, "You crushed my dreams." What is the plot for Name of the Wind? Name of the Wind. Top of the Moron.
Good moron.
To Gabe Pride. Good moron to you, Gabe. Thank you for being here for Gaming Morning Show. Today is Read Across America Day, so we were asking you, what is your favorite book? What is your favorite book? Keith Anthony said more of a movie person than a book person. Also said I would definitely not like to speak to my middle or high school teachers on how I performed. They'll look at me in disgust and roll their eyes back. Fair. We also have a Brandon Sanderson mention. Man, I don't know who this Brandon Sanderson person is. Well, I do. Brandon sounds like an author. But everybody talks about Brandon Sanderson.
He's the brother to the Sanderson sisters.
Oh, Winifred, Mary, and Brandon. The Sanderson family. Dark Tower series by Stephen King from Drew Mega. Okay. Oh, yeah. Drew Mega even said that earlier. It says it's fantastic. Thank you for that. The Giver, as we mentioned. In fact, KJ said I've worn out 4 copies of that book, and now on my 5th copy. Wow. That means that you've read it a lot.
At least 5 times.
Why are you so hard on your books after just one read, KJ?
I gotta read another chapter of my book.
It's 6:27 West Coast time. It's 9:27 out east. 2:27 for those watching in the UK. I will tell you my favorite book on the other side of the news. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Try to keep my Dulu's away. Morning. It's Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. And this is your gaming morning show. Morning gaming news. Dulu. Can't be stopped. Steam Deck is out and getting around, doing Steam Decky type stuff. Well, as many modern consoles and controllers have dealt with, the Steam Deck is dealing with reports of stick drift because everything drifts in the video game world. And the Steam Deck is not immune to this. But Valve has said in a post that they're going to be fixing it in a future patch. This is from Joe Scribbles of IGN. They said that it's a dead zone calibration issue, and it should be fixed by a new firmware update. Valve says that this is just a firmware issue, not a hardware issue, and a fix has already been applied once the update is sent out to everybody. They said, quote, the team has looked into these reports and has determined that there is a dead zone calibration issue introduced in a recent firmware update. We've just shipped a fix to address the problem, and the team will continue to watch for reports related to this issue. Poor sticks drifting all over the place.
Is the Steam Deck, how would you describe its size?
It's a console, a handheld console of size.
So it's not a small device.
No.
Okay, I got you. I'm with you.
You know what they say about a big deck.
Big Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Pardon. In our next news story of the day, Microsoft Flight Simulator can now be played on your mobile device. That's right, Microsoft's touted Flight Simulator, which the latest edition many people have been fans of. Now you can play it on your smartphone. This article's from Joshua Rivera of Polygon, and he opens up by saying, "You wouldn't download an airplane, but you can absolutely use the internet to fly one." It's a good opening.
I'm sorry.
Good job, Joshua.
What? You wouldn't download an airplane?
Yeah, he's referring to that anti-pirating ad that ran. That was like, you wouldn't download a pizza. You wouldn't download a car. You never saw that?
No, that's gonna have to be Discordable.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna find that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it played before like movies and theaters about like not pirating media. You wouldn't download a pizza. Anyways, Flight Simulator now available on your smartphone.
Hey, do any of you know a pirate's favorite letter? Huh?
Is it R?
You'd think it was R, but their first love is the sea.
I think Bob heard you say pirate.
Oh, my bad. It'll never happen again.
You know, I'm beginning to think Bob is doing that thing where it's like the word of the day or the letter of the day, right? Where everyone's like, ah! Except for Bob, it's the same word every damn day.
All right, here's a new idea. We're gonna start a kids program that's pirate based, and they have a letter of the day, but it's only ever R or C.
IOTF now just put in U.
In our last news story of the day, Ghostwire Tokyo, which is coming out soon, has gotten a free visual novel prequel that is available now that everyone should check out. This is from Ryan Dinsdale of IGN. Ghostwire Tokyo Prelude has been released on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. It's a visual novel prequel that focuses on one of the game's main characters, KK, 6 months before the events of the game. KK is the voice inside protagonist Akito's head in Ghostwire, but in the prelude, he's a normal human detective investigating a series of urban legends come to life. So this was announced by the PlayStation blog. Ghostwire Tokyo is coming out March 25th, so it's just weeks away. The scenario writer Takahiro Kaji said there's a different kind of more relaxed atmosphere in the visual novel. KK is a veteran accustomed to the situation, working within his realm of expertise, and there's good teamwork with Renko's group. So check it out, visual novel. Oh, my bad. I mispronouncing the name KK. It's actually pronounced KJ. Thanks, KJ.
Dungeon Meowster
I didn't
KK.
know you were a veteran detective. Interesting. So I'm gonna check this out for sure. This game looks like a spooky good time. So the visual novel is worth checking out, especially since it's free. And then we'll check out the game in a few weeks. And always last but not least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today, like Edge of Eternity out on Switch, Sam and Max. This time it's virtual on PlayStation VR. For the Warp out on Switch, Final Fantasy VI is out on PC, Blade and Sword is out on PC, and for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment, today's name of the morning goes to Dr. Oil out on Xbox One.
Wait, on Xbox One?
Yep.
Oh.
Dr. Oil on a previous gen console.
Well, I mean, a lot of
like
people
the-
still have them. I figured you make them for all of them, but maybe that's harder than
Nope.
realizing now. So
It's like when we get a rare Wii U game.
we don't talk about Wii U.
Oh, we talk about it all the time.
We shouldn't talk about Wii U. No. Well, there you go. That is the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. We do it every single show in the 6 o'clock hour. If you missed any of it, there's a couple places you can go. You go to our Twitter, @WatchGMS. Of course, follow sports.gaming. I am Hefty Goof on there. You can also check us in the 8 o'clock hour for the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Re-News, and we recap all the video game headlines of the day. Drew Mega said, Flight Sim on mobile? I don't believe it. It'll either crash all the time for the graphics, or the graphics must look like SNES. I was thinking, if I had an attention span, which I really don't, could you imagine like boarding a flight from Portland, Oregon to Denver, and then be like, I'm gonna do the flight simulator all the way to Denver. Wonder who gets there first.
You're racing.
And I don't know how this thing works. Maybe they have like real time like weather information, so I'm actually even competing on the same parameters. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ryan Flies Stuff. It's a place right next to where you can get some food with me as well.
Join us over at Hefty Goof's Place You Can Eat.
So there you go. It's 6:36. If you missed any of that, search hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News. And for the name of the morning, which was Dr. Oil, be sure to become a Patreon subscriber, because if you do, you get double entries into our Name of the Month giveaways. We do that every single month without fail.
You wouldn't download a car.
Yeah, you have to put it in the Discord. I don't remember those at all.
Yeah, it's in there.
Dungeon Master KJ says, want to hear something extraordinary? The video feed on the computer is 21 seconds slower than on my phone.
Oh no.
No, that wasn't a reaction for being extraordinary. That would have been a reaction saying something shocking. Want to hear something extraordinary? Yes! There you go. That's the reaction I was looking for. We're very excited. That is odd. Usually I always thought the computer was faster.
Yeah, usually my mobile's slower.
Control R.
What's a pirate's favorite keyboard shortcut?
You'd think it would be Control R, but the pirate's first love is Control C. Kalaf says, in a shocking Ender's Game twist, Ryan is actually the pilot, flying virtually after Delta Airlines outsources its pilots to unknowing gamers.
Ender's Game is a good book.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if, I mean, probably not in our lifetime, but maybe in our kids' lifetime, you would see a situation where, yeah, you know, planes could be flown virtually. That'd be kind of crazy. Crazy cool.
You could ride planes virtually too.
Yeah. So I want to do more VR, but I'm trying to figure out. And you're a doctor, right? You haven't lied to me for the last several decades, right?
It's all a ploy.
I'm
Long game. Pretended to be in school for 3 years.
What are you doing today? I'm going to school. Just hanging out at Starbucks for 3 years. Have you heard any research about VR causing floaters in eyeballs?
No.
Okay. Would you take a gander sometime and let me know if you do discover something like that? Because
theoretically, it shouldn't. No more than staring at computer screens.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be any harder on your eyes.
Yeah, I think I'm getting into one of those, like, I just happened to get it at this time. You know, I was wearing the VR headset, and then all of a sudden, like, one day, a very noticeable floater showed up. I asked my eye doctor about it, and I didn't talk about VR, though. That's the problem, so I need to go back. All right, I believe you. Starbucks degree holder. Gabe Pride says, ooh, that's hard. This goes back to books. I mean, I haven't read a book for fun in years. Currently, I'm reading Song of Achilles. That's good. That's good. I've never heard of it. Should I ask Kalaf what the plot of Song of Achilles is? Or should I go to the source?
No. Kalaf is our man for answers.
Kalaf, we're still waiting on that plot for Name of the Wind. Don't know what's taking forever, but whatever.
He's reading the entire book and summarizing it.
Speed reading. We talked about Dark Tower series. Mistborn books are also a great place. They're amazing and not too heavy or too many of them. KJ pointed out that apparently he's read that book 40 to 45 times. I probably could have written a better movie for it. Get wrecked, movie.
Challenge accepted.
Boom.
Coming
Top
next
of the
summer.
moron.
KJ presents The Giver.
Bob scared me. Good morning on to you, Brendan. Bob spooked the reading out of me. It's right there. Just read the name. Apparently, MK have robots delivering food. Is this true, Keith Anthony? Down says drones are used in war. I'm sure it will become commercial soon enough. That's true. Yeah, I mean, that's probably based on the technology, right? Kiki Lo says Ready Player One was also an awesome book. I have read that book. I enjoyed the book immensely. And then I got in a position where I could look at the movie and say, ha, the book was better. Which it was.
Did you read the sequel yet?
No. But with this change in career, this morning I got up and I'm trying to do like meditation and stretching, but also part of the moments of stillness will include reading, which I haven't done since the last time I felt like I could bring some of that back into my life. So maybe that'll be the first book I try.
It'd be a good one.
After Name of the Wind. Trumega goes, as long as it's not floaters in the toilet. Talk to your eye doctor if virtual reality headsets are causing floaters in the toilet. Profiteroles.
Might be a problem.
There's a story for you. This is about a cow. This is a cow. Ben Hooper of UPI writes that apparently there was a cow that got carried away. If you haven't heard, rather, there's apparently some pretty ridiculous and deadly flooding in Australia right now. And this cow was apparently swept away by said floodwaters. Had been wandering a beach after floating down a river and was spotted at several beaches near several places in Australia. And the cow was believed to be carried away from its home by floodwaters and washed up more than 3 miles down the Tweed River to a farm, or from a farm in a different area. Police responded to the beach and were keeping crowds a safe distance away from the bovine. Animal rescuers were contacted to help devise a plan to relocate the cow. Heavy rains have caused major flooding. So I don't think that's as like dramatic as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like cow washes up on shore, you know, from Europe to not another part of Europe.
Poor cow.
This is a cow. Yeah, I was thinking about Australia today. I mean, of course, there's the conflict, invasion of Ukraine is continuing. Watching on updates on that, can't help but spend, you know, a certain amount of time each day kind of keeping an eye on what's going on over there, but thinking of Australia too, because, you know, dramatic natural disasters, in addition to national disasters, which is what's happening.
National disaster.
In Ukraine. So. Tough stuff right now. Kiki Lo, only ready Name of the Wind if you don't mind waiting for the third book. We've been waiting for 10 years.
Oh no. So is Name of the Wind the first of 3?
So, did they name the wind in the first book? And then the second one was the youngest child, but now they're expecting a third. And so now the second book will be the middle child. See what I did there? Brought it full circle. It's the first of 3, then Wise Man's Fear, and then we're waiting for number 3.
Oh, okay.
There's a rainbow on this stage.
Well, it is stormy.
Did you see that? Right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. It's a double rainbow. And you can see the whole thing. Sorry. Trying to do some camera work. Look at that. Somewhere over the... It's beautiful. K-Laugh. What does it mean? We will have some TikTok news coming up, and that's related to Vine, which is what I think of when I think of Double Rainbow. I don't remember if that was originally a Vine, but it was from that era, so... Dungeon Master KJ, the mindfulness meditation book / YouTube is a really great way to practice meditation. At least it did for me. Yeah, I was looking for, I'm looking for like audio only type things where I don't have to look at a screen, because I am noticing that I look at a screen pretty much the entirety of each day. Like, I'm not exaggerating at this point. We start doing the show, and by the end of the night, I've looked at a screen, and then I go to bed looking at my phone, right? So I've even been trying to take, what do you call them? Like eye strain breaks, where like I go outside and look at the trees, so that like I'm looking in the distance. Because yeah, it just dawned on me the other day that just all day long. Like I used to commute up to 2 hours, or at least 2 hours each day. And so at least then I was looking in the distance, you know? Oh, I missed! No! Look at me, I'm trying my hardest, like, oh! That kind of looked like the celebration kind of looked like the eye from Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like the kind of a hybrid between that and like the Eye of Thundera from Thundercats. that could be a like a 3 a.m. debate. Who do you got? Eye of Thundera or Eye of the Lord of the Rings? I don't remember which one that was called.
Eye of Sauron?
Eye of Mordor?
I don't know. I'm not a Lord of the Rings kind of person.
I've seen them all. So I should know this, right? I think it's Eye of Mordor. Which sounds like someone's mispronouncing murder, if that's the case. Eye of Mordor.
There's been a terrible Mordor here. What'd you say? Said murder. No, I don't think he said murder the first time. No, I did. Mordor.
It's Trogdor's cousin. Mordor! Mordor! K-Laugh! I don't think K-Laugh's worked this hard in months on our show. What was the one we were waiting for from Keith?
I
Looking,
don't remember.
looking. Oh no, Gabe Pride. We were waiting for Gabe Pride. The premise of Song of Achilles. We do have birthdays this day in gaming history coming up next. That's the Eye of Sauron.
That's what I said.
There's been a terrible Sauron here. Wait, what?
Good Sauron.
Is it really the Eye of Sauron? That's so much less exciting for me. Then is Mordor a real place, or am I making that up?
No, we won.
Oh, here we go. Thank you, Gabe Pride. It's a tragic romance novel focused on Achilles and the other one.
You can do it.
I don't want to, Sean.
You got Achilles, right? You're 1 for 1 so far.
Pato Colis.
I mean, you got all the letters.
Spoiler tease.
Pato Colis. Why do I do this show? I'm not having any fun.
That's a lie.
6:51. It's 2 birthdays. It's 9:51 on the East Coast. It's 2:51 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Thank you for compensating for my down attitude.
You keep trying to stop my doodle-doos today.
JF Downs wrote what I thought was him trying to say, potato cheese. Potato, please.
I love some good potato cheese.
I want potatoes now. The show.
Nice baked potato with some cheese on top.
What's for breakfast?
Reminder, coming up today at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to have GMS After Dark with Look and Smyko. Our guest today is Kate Zaid. Kate is a streamer on Twitch and great Twitter follow as well. Kate plays a variety of games, although has really focused in on Stardew Valley. In fact, has a whole lot of Stardew Valley types of clothes and things you can buy at an Etsy shop. Kate Zaid is on Twitch and Twitter and will join us today at 4:45 p.m. Pacific time for Streamer Social Media 101. on GMS After Dark with Look. It's Maiko. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know, because we would like to celebrate with you. Today, oh, we're halfway there. Oh,
Put in my underwear.
put in my underwear. It's Bon Jovi's 60th birthday.
9 more years. Almost said 6 more years, but that's not right.
We're anticipating your 66th, John. There's some video that... Okay, so I sometimes get lost. I might be the only one. I sometimes get lost in the Facebook watch scroll. So Facebook has this thing of videos, and you just scroll up, and it keeps playing videos. And one was John Bon Jovi was at someone's wedding. The wedding singer started singing "Living on a Prayer," and then like kept looking at John. John seemingly was like, "Please don't make me do this," and eventually just finally gave in and sang at this wedding.
Oh man, that's rough.
Should I try to find that video and put it in Discord?
I do want to see that.
Because it looks like it's shot by like the hired wedding videographer. Like it's a high quality video. And this wedding singer's just like, and John's like,
I'm not gonna do it. Oh, poor John Bon Jovi.
it would have been better if the wedding singer would have just been like, "Oh, John, you're here? Huh."
I had no idea.
Daniel Craig, 54 today.
He received an Emmy nomination for his narration of the BBC documentary One Life. Wow.
I love that soap opera.
Days of Our One Life.
One James Bond of our lives. James Bond to live. It's one life to live. It's the name of it. So, actress Rebel Wilson turns 42 today.
Oh, I'm not gonna read your fun fact.
I will, though. Appeared in the live-action version of the musical Cats, the clinically acclaimed. Did you see it, though? See, you're judging it on the trailer, and
No,
everyone
I'm
else's
judging
opinion.
Judging it on the millions of analytical YouTube videos that break it down and about how bad it was.
But if you ignore all of that, it is a pretty okay movie.
I mean, it can't be a worse movie than Ants.
True. Perspective.
Coming up later on Gaming Morning Show,
Time for room temperature takes.
we debate what's a better movie, Ants or the live-action version of Cats. Stick with us. There will be no other show that'll be doing that anytime soon. Did you know Rebel Wilson also is a lifelong Rams fan?
No.
Yeah. In fact, I think was photographed at the Super Bowl, which was this last month. It was in Los Angeles, technically Inglewood.
Right. That was the 13th, right?
February 13th, yeah. It was the 56th Super Bowl.
Right. I wonder if our friend Ronald Martinez was there.
I think Ronald was. Ronald got that photo of...
Was he there just watching the game, or was he working?
No, he was with Getty Images for that game. But yeah, see, I'm sure that jersey is from like Rebel's like childhood or something. Not dissing on Rebel, I'm just dissing on Rams fans. It's fine. Actress Bryce Dallas Harper turns 41.
She directed an episode of The Book of Boba Fett.
Bryce Dallas Harper was in Jurassic World.
Yes. And Jurassic World Part 2. I forget what that one was called.
Jurassic Park 2. you'll forget what this one's called. Only on Peacock. Actress Natalie Emanuel, 33 today.
Brendan points out something that happened here. And this was not us, this was Cleveland.com. As the title says, actress Bryce Dallas Harper. Brendan says, you mean Bryce Dallas Howard. In the caption for the photo says Bryce Dallas Howard.
So is there a Bryce Dallas Harper? I mean, I clearly knew who Bryce Dallas H is, but I had no clue it's Howard, not Harper.
Yeah, I have no idea. I would not have been able to tell you her name.
Okay, so hit me up, though. Is there a Bryce Dallas Harper? Because if there's not, in the celebrity realm, that's going to be completely odd.
Do not see one.
Okay. Yeah, then somebody completely, as Brendan said, goofed. Also, apparently, Bryce Dallas Howard is Ron Howard's daughter.
Oh. I had no idea. Learned so much today.
Yes, Brendan, you already got me my takeaway that was pretty okay. I think this show has proven to me that I don't have a lot of pop culture knowledge, because a lot of my takeaways that are pretty okay come from this segment. Bryce Dallas Howard. Well, thank you, Brendan. Now we know. Mentioned Natalie Emanuel, 33 today. Luke Combs turns 32 today.
Is in the running for Entertainer of the Year at the 2022 Academy of Country Music Awards.
Wait. So have those nominees not been announced? So they're just being like, this is a fact. Luke Combs is sang in the last year and thus eligible to be Entertainer of the Year. I'm in the running. I'm in the running.
I don't know. I've lost all my trust in Cleveland.com.
Bryce Dallas Harper.
Little bit that was there.
Any other birthdays? Oh, Scott Chick said it's Mama Scott Chick's birthday today.
Nice.
To Mama Scott Chick, or Scott Chick 720. Because double, or would it be Scott Chick 180? Because
I don't know. First there was the Xbox, then there was the Xbox 360. So maybe
was the
maybe
360.
Scott Chick 360's mom is just Scott Chick.
Anyway, to Mama Scott Chick, it's your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Doot doot.
Scott Mama 360.
Xbox 360.
All right, here we go. 1999, this day in gaming history. In Tokyo, Japan, Sony unveils specifications of the next PlayStation video game system to 1,500 invited guests. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard, but it's like, come on in here. We got room for 1,500, and you can see this.
I feel bad for the person who got number 1,501.
Yeah, like, this is in Tokyo. Let's say it's at a fairly well-sized venue. They're like, all right, not everyone's going to get in, but take your numbers. Okay, we'll let you know who gets in. So the person draws 1,501. They're like, I'm in the top 2,000. I'm definitely getting in there. This thing
Guaranteed.
seats a whole bunch. May I see your ticket, please? Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. You're 1,501. We don't have any room for you.
Or worse, they had people lined up and they were just letting people in. right. They're like, oh, sorry, closed. Ugh, gotta go.
It's going to have a 300 megahertz, 128-bit emotion engine, quote unquote, processor co-developed by Toshiba and Sony CEI, 150 megahertz graphics synthesizer processor and games on CD-ROM or DVD-ROM up to 4.7 gigabytes. 32 megabytes main RAM, 3.2 gigabits per second memory bus, floating point performance, 6.2 G-flops, 33.8 or 37.5 megahertz core PlayStation CPU, and IEEE 1394 USB and PC card interfaces.
A lot of G-flops.
More than 6.1 G-flops. 2004, Tecmo put out Ninja Gaiden for Xbox. That same year, Take-Two released Mafia for PlayStation 2 and Xbox. In 2006, Microsoft put out Xbox 360 in Hong Kong, Singapore, and Taiwan. In 2010, Electronic Arts released Battlefield Bad Company 2 for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. In 2010 as well, 2K put out Major League Baseball 2K10. Now, do you remember the promotion where they had people challenge to pitch the first perfect game in MLB 2K?
No.
Yeah, so it was a real thing where they I think released, I maybe it wasn't this abrupt, but they released the game and were like, first person to pitch a perfect game gets $1 million. And there were specifications you had to, I can't remember if you had to have a face cam or what, but you had to record the whole thing. It was really very specific. So. And Sony released MLB 10 The Show as well for PlayStation 3 in 2010. So there you go. That's your This Day in Gaming History. It's 7:04. We're late, so we got to take a break. We'll come back with more. Stick around. List of the day next hour. Today is Read Across America Day. So we are going to share with you 10 best children's books of 2022. We'll also have sports. Chris M.E., it's Copia, Earthling Gaming.
Top of the Mora.
It's great to have you here. Let us know your favorite book on National Read America Day, and we will be back. Read Across America Day. We'll be back in just a little bit. Sean and Hefty, it is Wednesday, the weekend of the week, March 2nd, 2022. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, GamingMorningShow.tv.
Tonight, I wish that I had known I'd be sleeping alone, that you can't decide. And it is plain to see that your priorities just do not fit right. I can't reconcile this feeling. Whoa, whoa, 'cause I remember when you had certainty. still wanting me, and nothing's in between. Cause it's more divine. I can't reconcile this feeling. Cause I remember when you had certainty. There is empty space where your body won't stay next to mine. Nothing to embrace but the loneliness of this cold night. Oh, this fever comes and goes. Times knows that the longer I'm alone, the more I grow. No, this fever comes and goes, and time slows. But the longer I'm alone, grow.
We want to make each other happy, you know? That's just in our nature. And it means everything. Everything we do in our life doesn't mean anything if it doesn't make someone's life happy.
We're the stars in the sky. We shine bright. We keep each other high. When the rain pours down, when the day goes dark, and it feels like we don't know who we are. Remember, you have me by your side. We're always together. When the rain pours down, when the day goes dark, when it feels like we don't know who we are. Remember, you have me by your side. We're always together. When the rain pours down, when the day goes dark, and it feels like we don't know who we are. Remember, you have me by your side. We're always together.
In a world where things are broken, Kiki Low is in search of something.
I need a D that works.
There's the D searching in the universe because the D is currently broken, but we need a newer D. Where can she find it?
Where can I get a D from? Who will
Maybe,
give me the D?
maybe there is somebody in the world that can help her. Maybe somebody who sings a song.
That's how we do, baby!
Coming to video screens near you and on your telephone devices in 2022.
Sorry, Kiki.
Kiki Low and Superphonic in the Lost City of D.
Finally, the D, and it feels so good.
Only on Peacock.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and birthdays. No. Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, list of the day and sports. Join our Discord and become a Patreon. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning gamer. Gaming morning show continues. It is Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Thanks for being here. Bob screwed up.
Jeez. I can't believe Bob would do that.
And birthdays. Oh my gosh, it is good to see everyone. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter is where you can find our show, as well as at gms.watch. That's our website, gamingmorningshow.tv. That was the clip of the year that you just saw a second ago. A story about a keyboard. The Lost City of D trailer that was recreated live when Bob was on vacation. Maybe Bob will be on a permanent vacation soon, am I right?
It's a real threat. Watch out, Bob.
I'm not gonna murder Bob. I mean, Bob will be
not by the sound of it.
Bob will be relieved of his duties.
That's also sounds like a euphemism for you're gonna kill Bob.
We're downsizing. We're going in a different direction.
Rest in peace,
You're
Bob.
being reassigned. Reassigned to death. Wait, did I say the inside thoughts outside? Not gonna murder Bob. Everything is fine.
We missed something on birthdays.
Please help me.
Oh no.
What? Oh, so we were gonna go back to birthdays. Bob didn't lie. Vindicated.
It's Dr. Seuss's birthday, which is why it's Read Across America Day. Is that what it is?
Good for Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
All right.
National Read Across America Day on Dr. Seuss's birthday every year.
It is March 2nd. Which is... Anyway, Read Across America Day. Yeah, Dr. Seuss birthday, all that jazz. National Education Association was the one who created this, according to nationaldaycalendar.com. Designed to encourage reading in children and fostered through the schools. When March 2nd lands on a weekend, the day is observed on the closest school day. Do research, or like do a Googling of all of Dr. Seuss's life. It's worth looking at everything that happened. But I do admit that, like, The Sneetches, a book, so a story that has good messaging. And in that same book, there's a story called Too Many Daves, which cracks me up. It's like a one-page story, and it just makes me laugh so much. So, yeah, the writing of Dr. Seuss. There was a friend of mine who was like a huge Dr. Seuss fan. The places you will go, right? That kind of stuff. So, yeah. Happy birthday to Dr. Seuss. So Bob didn't lie.
I still think he messed up. We should probably still end his contract
with life. KJ says, "Save Bob from Mordor." That definitely sounds like Bob murdering talk, says Brendan.
Mordor sounds like the way a character from Homestar Running would say murder.
Mm.
I don't know which character.
coming this
Probably all of them.
coming this fall on CBS. It's Mortar, she wrote. It's the Angela Lansbury Lord of the Rings mashup you didn't want. There was a Trogdor reference earlier, so there
That's
you
true.
go.
That's true.
Mordor! Burninating the countryside. There's still a great Kim Chica clip out there of Jenny singing Trogdor. Well, shout out Jenny, because Jenny has new videos out on Kim Chica's Cafe YouTube page. Go to youtube.com/Kim Chica. Latest videos include GMS plays. Wow. The crossover you didn't know existed until now. Jenny plays Inscription, White Shadows, Deltarune, and more. Those videos are out right now at youtube.com/Kim Chica. Wow. Apparently Scott Chick was concerned I needed to take a breath because I was churning the color of my sweatshirt.
It's the background.
Yeah, the background. We were at Sean's house, and I started laughing really hard and started churning red, and I used the same excuse. It's the background. It's the lighting. Apparently I turn really red when I laugh. Who knew?
We all knew.
Are you having coffee this morning, or did you do one of the Celsius?
Yes.
Both. Nice. Yeah, I just had more coffee. I'm trying not to get back in the habit of drinking a ton of coffee, but it's going to prove difficult right now because
Yes.
I have access to the good coffee 24/7 now. So
That is a problem.
yeah, I didn't ask Hefty Wife about the Giver this morning. They're just waking up because today's late start for school, so everybody gets up a little bit later. But I'll ask Hefty Wife during the next break about why the Giver's Hefty Wife's favorite book. But I think it'll be a pretty good weekend of the week. We are approaching our father-in-law's memorial on Saturday, so working on getting some music together and some of like the photos and videos for a memorial slideshow. We have a ton of flowers.
Ooh,
Thank you to everyone
so
who
many.
sent flowers.
They have all been very beautiful.
I think I'll go no flowers for my departure celebration, whatever that looks like. But I will tell you that I am amazed how big sunflowers can get. Because we had one that showed up. There's like an Amazon flower. Did you know Amazon delivers? I mean, I shouldn't sound surprised, right? Amazon pretty much delivers everything now. But yeah, they have like a bouquet, like, subsidiary. And so this thing shows up, and I open it up, and it's like, well, it's like a tall vertical box or whatever, and it's got like a vase strapped in, and then it's got like a little pouch of like watery type stuff to keep the flowers from dying in transport. Anyway, had way too much garbage that I had to end up throwing away. But the sunflowers were like wrapped in like this netting. I don't know if they're delicate or what, but there was the only flower of the group. So it looked like they were kind of like bulby, if you will. And then you took the netting and I put them in water, and like an hour later, it filled the room. Like, it just went poof! And I had sunflowers all over the house. The sunflowers went viral. I'm also now the proud owner of a plant.
For now.
No, yeah. A currently alive plant. It's subject to change. See store for details. Nice. Kate Zaid says, I love sunflowers. They're so pretty. Amazon does it all. Yeah.
It's true.
I had no clue. I mean, I remember when Prime Now came out, where I could use that in Portland, Oregon, where if you needed something that was at like the Portland, Oregon fulfillment center for Amazon, they could deliver it to you within 4 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty fantastic.
And there were things like chips on there. Like, it's like, oh, I need Pringles. This is before like Grubhubs and stuff were super prevalent too. Or like had maybe just started out. And yeah, it's like you can get Pringles in like 4 hours if you want. Who knew?
We were very in sync for that goal.
Yeah. Which one were you?
I don't know.
I was JC Chate. If you had went in reverse for that goal, you would have been going backwards, right?
Uh-huh.
Back streets, back. All right.
Is Backstreet just in sync singing backwards? I think we've discovered our next conspiracy video.
GMS Conspiracies coming soon to YouTube. There you go. We're one of life's winners at 7:25 West Coast time, 10:25 out east, 3:26 now for those watching GMS in the UK. Didn't hold you back that time, did I?
That was a good one.
That is Sports Talk Gaming, left side of your screen. I am Hefty Goof. Thank you for being along with us for this morning radio show that plays games Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. We are asking you today on National Read Across America Day. We are asking you, what is your favorite book? Welcome to the show, Wu Dang Pig. Good moron to you.
Top of the moron.
At the risk of sounding cliche, Harry Potter. Your family likes the Harry Potter books.
We do. We've been reading through them as a family over the last couple years. It comes in spurts. We're currently stalled out in the middle of book 5, but we'll eventually get back to it. It's been a lot of fun.
KJ says, The Giver was the first time I was introduced to dystopian novels. It was an eye-opening book for me as a fresh-faced 6th grader. Loved it since. It was just so satisfying to get to the end. Also, the loosely related books are good as well. I was mentioning The Giver in the context of like middle school reading and writing, which it sounds like you also were introduced in middle school. And there were a whole bunch of books that we were required to read during that time. And I don't remember many of them as far as like details because I didn't really read any of them. Probably a problem. But there was one, Fahrenheit 451, which for some reason is like a very, classic. This is going to be something that most middle schoolers have to read and those kind of things. And I remember that book specifically because the premise of the idea of burning books and banning them seemed just so like, that could never happen. Holy cow. Now to a degree we're living in it. So, yeah. Interesting.
Well, there's a lot of themes in that book in particular that the not the meaning of them, but like being able to see that as a reality is a lot different now than maybe when we read it back when we were in middle school. The concept of there's a lot of themes of like always being plugged into the media, and you live your whole day watching TV, and then when you end your day, you transition from watching TV to they literally put in the equivalent of like an AirPod, so they continue consuming media as they fall asleep. And like reading it back then, you're like, oh man, that's so bizarre. Like the idea of like watching a screen all day and then continuing that on your AirPod as you go to sleep. And now it's like, oh yeah, people do that all the time.
Yeah, and I think I watched it. I remember seeing it. Michael B. Jordan is in Fahrenheit 451 movie that was, I think, HBO or something like that. Maybe
I think it was Amazon. Okay. Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and so I want to say I've read it or I've watched it, since. But if I only saw the previews, I'll try to watch it again because I swear I watched that movie.
Yeah, it doesn't do a great job. It doesn't do a great job focusing on the things that make that book so impactful. It changes a lot, but it changes it in a way to make it an entertaining movie rather than telling the same sort of cautionary tale that the book has, which is unfortunate.
Wu Dang Pig says, I don't remember being forced to read certain books. We just had to meet a points expectation based reading a book and taking tests on them. Accelerated reading program is what they called it. So in your like middle school time, you didn't have a class where the whole basic construction of the class was read a book, and then there was usually like papers you wrote and maybe a quiz at the end. You didn't have anything like that? I thought that was kind of standard.
I think that was the standard. I think Wu Ding had my guess is a more current view, a current type of structured class. I don't know. But when we were kids, everyone did what we did.
In my day, Wu. But I do remember there was an accelerated reading program too, and that seemed to be more of like an elective type thing where like if you wanted to read more, you could get maybe credit or something like that helped in high school or something. I'll have to try to remember. The downside is I can't consult any of my parents because I don't think they remember either. So maybe I'll call like an old teacher or something like that. Ryan,
we can have them on for 5 questions.
Ryan, I didn't expect to hear from you. Why are you calling me again? So, we'll talk more about your comments in chat in just a little bit. It's 7:31, so we're late to get our list of the day. This is the 10 best children's books of 2022. It's from Maya Polton and Katrina Kasi of verywellfamily.com. This was written December of 2021. And so we're going to give you some of these lists. They are broken into like categories. It might be a little bit of an SEO style list, but it could be good too. So let's see what happens. 1. Best for toddlers, Please Baby Please. This is available. It's like a little storybook kind of thing, a picture book. Wonderful book, everyday activities that babies do. It's a perfect addition to any toddler's bookshelf. It's one that can read over and over again. Showcasing a black family doing everyday things is a bonus to add some diversity to a book collection, and the repetition in the text is helpful for young minds as they learn what to expect. That is Please Baby Please, best for toddlers.
2.
Number 2 is best for LGBTQ+. Julian is a Mermaid. This is an award-winning picture book. The story features a young boy who would love to dress as a dazzling mermaid. With an important focus on self-love and celebrating individuality, this book is heartwarming and will help kids and adults foster acceptance and understanding.
3.
Nice.
¿Qué cosas dice mi abuela? ¿Qué cosas dice mi abuela?
Que cosas dice mi abuela. I took Spanish for 7 years, y'all. Ugh, I'm such a failure. This is best in Spanish. For families raising bilingual babies, reads this verywellfamily.com article. You'll appreciate the story. Grandmother's traditional Spanish sayings to teach manners to young children and grandchildren, their friends. Sets a backdrop of the regular day. Parents appreciate that these sayings teach positive lessons and morals, while kids will love the lively illustrations.
4.
This is best for all ages. Linus the Vegetarian T-Rex. It's a good one. There's so much to love about the silly story about Linus, a vegetarian T-Rex, and Ruth Ann, the girl who knows everything about dinosaurs. In addition to a fun story that promotes acceptance, eagle-eyed kids will enjoy seeking and finding a pair of velociraptors that are hidden on every page of the book.
That's fun. I like that. This is number 5 on this list.
5.
It's a classic, The Kissing Hand. This damn book has made me cry. So, there you go. Mama finds a way to let him know she's always with him even when they are apart. It's kind of a book that's supposed to help with like transitions through childhood, right? Use this classic. It's the first day of school, and your kiddo will be armed with a helpful tool. Yeah, this book is just yeah, I'm an emotional guy. It makes me sad. Read it. It's gonna be one of those ones, kids going off to become an adult, maybe go to college or something.
6.
It's a live look in of how I'll be.
Number 6 is best for diversity. This is Black is Brown is Tan. This was first published in 1973 and showcases an interracial family. This book still holds up as a wonderful model of a diverse family doing everyday things. Written in poetic verse, kids will love hearing the story read out loud, and it is a wonderful way to open up a conversation about diversity and representation with young children.
7.
From verywellfamily.com, this is a new book. It says best new book, a little book about racism. Thank this little book for taking a huge topic and making it sized just right for young kids. This important board book gives a simple and clear explanation of just what racism is and how to identify it. While it is a board book, considered a great starting point for any age child.
8.
Number 8 is best life lesson, The Great Buzz Frenzy. Kids will learn the importance of community in this silly story. A group of prairie dogs is living harmoniously with their life when their life is interrupted by a mysterious greenish yellowish thing, also known as a tennis ball. Fear turns from delight to greed as the prairie dog's way of life is challenged. It's a good read out loud book that will instill some beneficial lessons and give you lots to talk about.
I like how the fuzz is about both the prairie dogs, but also the fuzz on the tennis ball.
9.
Fuzz? Did you say? Fuzz, it's been all day that we've been without you, Bear Bear, and now we see you reveal us. Reveal to us in all your glee. Man, I am the king of the first 3/4 of every poem for Bear Bear. Whoa! Bear, chill out. Number 9 on this list
9.
is the best funny book. This again, a top 10 best children's books of 2022. Grumpy Bird.
Okay, back there.
You might want to talk to your blind provider. Seems like it's going
to be glitched.
Yeah, chaos over there. After they were done
blind lag.
After they were done flying at pigs with slingshots, the birds ended up becoming a little bit less angry and more grumpy. And that's the premise of this book. I'm just kidding. It's a whole different book. Fun original story. It's silly. Helps kids recognize and accept their emotions.
1. 0.
Number 10 is best for confidence. It's okay to make mistakes. Instilling an important lesson is easy with a sweet little story that'll help kids build confidence and embrace life's happy accidents. The book follows kid-friendly experiences while showing the benefits of taking a chance, trying something new, and embracing life, even with mistakes.
And there's another one on this list as well, so you can look it up. This is from verywellfamily.com. It's unusual to have a bonus one on a list that says top 10 best children's books of 2022. Does it label it as a bonus one? No?
Nope.
All right, there you go.
No, I think they just forgot to count.
Well, there were too many books to fit into a top 10 list, so they gave us 11. You can read it on that list from Very Well Family, Maya Polton and Katrina Kasi. Yeah, gosh, that book with the raccoons in it, the kissing hand. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. All right, it's now 7:38 West Coast. Thanks for being here. KJ says in 6th grade, we each had a book that we each read and presented to the class. Full comprehensive essays on the book. Also oral presentations for essentially the Cliff Notes. It was a great way to read a book and get a lot out of it. I really enjoyed the way of learning and diving into a book. I like it. Wu Dang Pig said we had a cheating ring get busted for people taking tests for people. Someone ratted us out. I got a paddling. They had no proof. I don't know why I confessed. I totally did cheat on one test in high school. We totally got busted. And it's because too many people knew. And so, again, the secret's only safe with one person. In this case, the secret was out to 25 of our closest friends. So, yeah, we got totally not expelled. That means I wouldn't have finished the school. What's the word? Reprimanded. There's the word I'm looking for. We got Mordored. I remember AR reading, says Brendan. I used to take tests on books I hadn't read for extra points because you got free merch like eraser caps. That's cool. Yeah, I bet there was something like that in my school. I just don't remember it. The one program that I guess had some problems to it, which I didn't realize growing up, was the Book It program. But I remember, like, we would read books and then get like little coupons, and we could get personal pan pizzas from Pizza Hut, which was a big deal for me because our nearest Pizza Hut was like 85 miles away, so it was a big deal.
Did they deliver?
We'll meet you halfway. Milepost 300. Stop there. We'll hand you the pizza. Did you do the Book It program?
Yeah.
So I don't remember.
And I didn't have to drive nearly as far for Pizza Hut.
Fun fact, Sean actually grew up across the street from Pizza Hut.
I grew up in the Pizza Hut. That was, how far? 85 miles from you?
I could have, if the Pizza Hut lunch buffet existed back when I was a high schooler, would have crushed that thing every single day. It's like 11:30 to 1. They put out pizzas, and you could just sit there and crush it for like $5.99.
Yeah. Pizza lunch buffets are top notch.
Back in my day. Chris and me, OMG, I loved Book It. I ate a lot of pizza back then. Brendan goes, back then. What changed, Chris? Chris, you eat pizza still, I imagine, right?
Lego pizza.
Not that.
Don't eat Lego pizza. All right, we got a story to tell you. Anyone a fan of Daredevil or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? They were television shows.
Those were good shows.
Did you watch them?
Yeah.
Daredevil wasn't Ben Affleck, right?
Well, I mean, he was way back in the day.
But that's not
this
the TV
version,
show,
no.
right?
Right. That was a movie.
And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I remember on ABC. Don't remember anything. I didn't watch it, but I remember seeing the previews all the time for it. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you like those shows, Jessica Jones is another one. They were removed from Netflix recently, so Disney is now throwing them on Disney+. In fact, on March 16th, a total of 7 Marvel shows will be added, according to Andy Ortiz of The Wrap. There'll be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., live-action originals like Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and The Punisher will be on there as well. All the rights was, it makes sense. Disney owns Marvel, right? So all of them got brought back to Disney. They were loaned to Netflix. The arrival of these TV shows come with new parental controls, apparently. So Disney Plus will have those out on March 16th as well. So parents will be able to restrict access to more mature content like Daredevil and The Punisher. Chris says...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as Chris says, initially tied into Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which was really fun to see more direct, like, reference and back and forth between the movies and the shows. And then the show quickly went downhill. And then they kind of stopped pretending like they were in the same universe.
Do you think they reacted to, like, audience feedback or something?
I don't know. I think they were still trying to figure out what they wanted to do and how to do things. Because, I mean, Marvel has changed the game when it comes to a lot of, like, movie and TV show and streaming tie-ins and stuff. Like, they're doing things in ways that no one's really tried to do before. And so I think that was just one of their missteps of trying to figure out how to do TV and tie it into the movies and not confuse everybody.
Okay. Yeah, first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tied in Captain America, as you mentioned. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was a good, bad show, says Earthling. That's a good way to put it, I imagine. And then Drew Mega said, I watched a few episodes of AOS, but never really got into it. Please don't kick me for inactivity. I'm getting my captions back. Thank you. I try to do a lot of things one-handed so I can at least drive backwards and move the joystick. I can't get my captions back going one-handed. It's a two-handed endeavor. Dang it. Because The Winter Soldier was one of the Disney Plus series, right?
Well, Captain America: Winter Soldier was a movie.
Oh, it was Falcon, Captain America.
And the Winter Soldier.
Okay, thank you.
Falcon
That's
and
the
Winter
series.
Soldier. Yeah.
Captain America and his trusty bird of prey are on a mission. You know, that's something you could do. You could have, we give hefty movie titles of Marvel, and I guess the plot.
And you do a down-style plot recap.
Nah, we need to have Downs do that. I'm out of my league for that. Except Downs has probably seen the Marvel movies. That's probably the difference.
Yes, yeah. No, you just, that level of detail for a recap for a movie you haven't seen, I think would be hilarious.
Do I have to do them all like movie trailer voice style?
Probably.
In a world. Chris Henry, Captain America is not a falconer. I would love, let's see, Air Force, I think, has a falcon as its mascot when they compete in collegiate athletics. So it would be great one day if whoever the handler is for that falcon dresses up as Captain America. And then it could be during a December game. So it could be Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Falcon. Don't even get me started on Hawkeye. After serving in Vietnam, Hawkeye is reassigned to the archery platoon. Drew Mega says, I just really want more Punisher with John Bernthal. I thought that said Bertha with an exclamation point, so sorry, Drew Mega. We got sports coming up after this. Sports. Marvel, oops.
I think this whole show is turning into Ryan's application for a job with Marvel.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't think you're gonna get the job.
Maybe I could be the person who like does like the poking holes in plots or something, because I don't understand anything. So I can actually come through with a very unique naivete to their. It's like, this doesn't make sense to me. Why is it called the Falcon, but he doesn't have a bird on him? And they'll be like just putting their face palms the whole time. Just like, oh god. No one wants to talk to me. Here comes Hefty again. Hey, what are you all doing after the writers' meeting? You want to go out and grab a beverage? Nope. Nope, we don't. When Michael Jordan announced that Michael Jordan was returning from his first retirement, the press release was a fax that just said, quote, "I'm back." My rejection letter from Marvel for my application will just be no.
Pass.
It actually won't even be printed. It'll just be an MP3.
No.
The jetpack with wings wasn't enough for Ryan. Why is he the Falcon? Brenda goes, Marvel plot. Bad guy has a fall from grace. Endor is plotting global domination. Endor extinction. The hero that had an obligatory shirtless scene saves the day, accompanied by the sidekick with the quips. How'd I do? Sounds good. Sign me up. I'll watch it tomorrow.
No, you won't.
I won't. Although,
You are one of life's winners.
I would still like to watch The Eternals. Have you seen it yet?
Nope. Still haven't seen it.
Okay. Anything going on this week? We could watch it tonight. Well,
Just a relaxed week of hanging out.
has Sports Doc Wife seen it?
No.
Maybe I'm gonna after the show's over, to the family thread, I'm gonna propose a movie night tonight. It is gonna get smashed down with all reckless abandon, but I'm gonna propose and say, hey, it's your friend, brother-in-law, husband. I think we should watch The Eternals tonight. Together on the projector at Sean's house. We can all just hang out and have a good time. What do you say?
No.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your consideration. 7:50 West Coast, 10:50 out east. It is 3:50 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. I was trying to get you while you were mid-drink. Eternals is a bad movie, says Chris Emier. Okay, but Chris, would you rather my gateway to enjoying Marvel movies be anything? I mean, anything else, yes, okay. I mean, the other one that Mike kept telling me was Shang-Chi. Have you seen that one?
No.
Okay. Fine. Ooh, this will be even easier pitch then, because I can provide an either-or close. Hi there. It's your friend, brother-in-law, and husband. Apparently Quiet's... It's not all one Quiet. That's me and different roles with each person. Okay. And I won't even lead in the dialogue within the text message. I won't be like, do you guys want to watch like The Eternals or Shang-Chi? Right? Like I'll give them even weight and let you three decide. Sports. Let's take a look at what happened in sports. In just
People in the chat are misunderstanding the situation. There are lots of good Marvel movies. There have been dozens of good Marvel movies that Ryan has zero interest in seeing. The issue isn't finding a good movie for Ryan to watch, it's finding a Marvel movie that Ryan is willing to watch. So Eternals is the first one that caught his eye, and so we're holding on to that. So stop unraveling the one chance we have to get Ryan to watch a Marvel movie.
We worked so hard at this. Yeah, the farther you can get away from Tobey Maguire in a Spider-Man suit, the better. So, hey, did you know that there's a baseball labor dispute?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so
baseball, that is. Never heard of it.
Apparently this is This just into Gaming Morning Show. There's a labor dispute in baseball.
How's that going? Is it going well?
Very amicable. They're working together and cooperating. And actually, yesterday, in fact, you remember our friend Ben?
I do remember
the
Ben.
mysterious friend of the show, former GMS host. No, GMS legend. Which actually is a great way to frame it, because it could either be like in the Sasquatch sense.
It was Sasquatch.
Like legend and lore, Ben. Or it could be in like, he was so accomplished, right? But Ben is one of my favorite baseball fans. And if you don't know, Ben is also a Mariners fan. So it's one thing to watch 162 games a year of a team that's good at baseball. It's another thing to watch 162 of the team that's had the largest playoff drought of any Major League Baseball team. So yesterday, someone, Arash Markazi of ESPN Radio, themorningcolumn.com, on Twitter, put out a tweet that said, quote, "I have some intel. I think the NBA is going to expand to Vegas and Seattle," end quote. That was a quote from Bill Simmons, who's well connected in the NBA. And Arash says, if that happens, here's one idea on how the NBA divisions and conferences might look with Minnesota possibly moving to the Eastern Conference. So Ben, who's a huge Seattle sports fan, said, and this is at 7:52 a.m. yesterday, when hope was afoot with Major League Baseball, said, quote, "The lockout is ending, and now this. Please bring back the Sonics, Squatch, and Detlef Shrimp." Okay, former NBA player for the Sonics. Okay, so everyone was super excited, Ben specifically. The AP reports on today's Tuesday Sports in Brief that Major League Baseball has canceled opening day, with Commissioner Rob Manfred announcing Tuesday the sport will scrap regular season games over a labor dispute for the first time in 27 years after acrimonious lockout talks collapsed in the hours before management's deadline, according to the Associated Press. So again, 7:52 a.m. Pacific time, Ben is on cloud nine. It's me just crushing the hopes and dreams. Baseball fans. Yeah, I love baseball as a fan. Everything about baseball, just sit live, in person, as a fan. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's your fault, chat, that I don't watch enough baseball anymore, because now I watch people streaming. Like, last summer, I'm sitting there, I'm like, what should I do? Should I watch the Cubs play some May baseball? Or should I watch Kate Zaid?
What if you could watch Kate Zaid play some May baseball?
Coming up, it's, what day is it? Wednesday? It's the weekend of the week, right? Coming up Saturday, Kate Zaid, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, plays MLB The Show. Thank you, Kate. All right. Anyway, that's what's happening with baseball. Basically, point being, it's not going well still. So, international sports from Geneva is the dateline. More and more sports are following the appeal of the International Olympic Committee and banning Russian athletes from competing in the wake of the country's invasion of Ukraine. Russia was barred from competing in international ice skating, skiing, basketball, track, and some tennis events on Tuesday, the day after being kicked out of soccer competitions and hockey, writes the Associated Press. Chicago Blackhawks have hired Kyle Davidson as general manager. Cowboys said Dak Prescott has had surgery on his non-throwing shoulder, the quarterback for the Cowboys. Oh, and the U.S. Soccer Federation, 8-year multimedia rights deal with Turner Sports. So broadcasts of both men's and women's national team games will be on TNT, TBS, and HBO. TNT is like making a full cannonball back into the sports world. They've had the NBA for a long time, but we were even looking at I was even looking yesterday. There was a viral tweet from the NFL that said, the NFL's hardest hitter is, or ever was. And Denver Broncos, your Denver Broncos, Steve Atwater was a well-known safety, actually got inducted into the Hall of Fame just recently. And there's a long time lore clip of him smashing Christian Okoye, who was this really dominant running back for the Kansas City Chiefs back in the early 90s and late 80s. And so Steve has always been the Broncos hardest hitter of all time. And I was watching a highlight reel of Steve, and one of them was when Sunday Night Football used to be on TNT. TNT and ESPN split the Sunday Night Football rights. This was before Sunday Night Football became the best game of the week. It was oh, yeah, we're going to put it on Sunday night. Sure, TNT, have it. And it was beautiful because it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their creamsicle uniforms against Denver in the orange with the old D helmet. So,
Was it a small D?
no, it was big D.
Big D?
Yeah, with Bucky going.
Like what?
Bucky was a horse, not an elephant.
Verdict is out still.
Yesterday, your Calgary Flames, a 5-1 win at Minnesota. They led 4-1, and they got a very last second goal. Might have been an empty netter, I suppose.
It seems right.
Yeah. So your Calgary Flames are now 32-14-6.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Meanwhile,
5
your
points up from Kings.
Say what?
5 points up from the Kings.
Yeah. They're LA Kings.
Yeah.
Dallas beat your Los Angeles Lakers 109-104. And that is your sports.
Sports.
Chris actually thought we meant Kate's just going to go do some IRL streaming of baseball.
That's what I wanted to see.
Okay, fine. We won't see MLB the Show. Kate, get your camera out, and I need you to stream you playing baseball on Saturday, please. It'll be fun. Speaking of Kate, tonight's guest, 4:45 p.m. Pacific time for GMS After Dark with Look It's My Go. We'll talk about Streamer 101, Social Media 101. What are some tips from Kate Zaid on streaming and social media? That's tonight, 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. So thanks for being here. We'll come back on the other side of the break with more of Gaming Morning Show. We're going to do Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. We'll have clip of the day, takeaways that were pretty okay. We'll also tell you a story of how TikTok is going to change something about its platform. So we have that coming up as well. It is at this time, though, we must say goodbye to one of our own, and that is Sports.Gaming. You got to go do doctor stuff or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Gotta go to work.
All right. Goodbye, Bear Bear. We'll miss you. Look how the blinds always work better on the way down.
Yeah, it's interesting how that works.
Weird. All right. We'll miss you.
It's almost
Chat.
like someone forgets to do something for the opening.
Nah, I'm sure everything's completely normal and fine. Don't worry about it. Chat, though, we will see you after a short break. We'll come back with more Weekend of the Week edition of Gaming Morning Show, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. It is March 2nd, 2022.
Bend over backward and over again. I'm jumping rules, so you don't have to. Making you smile as long as I can. Storm clouds are coming, and it's best if you prepare. promise I can try. Give you love to borrow, just to get us by. And sometime when you're ready, soften up the blow. Our love was never made to last. I don't wanna give you back to hold on to. Just to get us by. Sometime when you're ready, I'll soften up the blow. Our love was never made to last, and I don't wanna give you back to hold on to.
All right, let's gather round to read the Moose Book. There was a mooster in Worcester. There's a moose loose about the hoose. Shake it loose in your hoose, that moose. I would call it a truce with the moose, maybe spruce up the hoose. Dr. Seuss writing about the hoose in which the moose shook loose an overused spruce. The moose that encountered a truck's caboose is the moose named Bruce. I'm loose, said the moose, Bruce, as he threw up a deuce. Fun fact, Bruce the moose actually starred in Footloose. Snitches get stitches like mooses get looses. Obtuse rubber goose, green moose, guava juices. Goose and moose called a truce over being loose around Bruce. A moose nuisance is a moosance. You better write about the moose, no excuse. You're welcome. Coming soon from GMS. GMS plays Fudge Village and the Superphonic Memorial Super Gig, a concert starring Sports Doc Gaming. Follow GMS on Twitter and Discord for more details.
Me that you're missing. Me that you're missing.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, community games. Don't let the person hanging from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth. And GMS, Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 3, right now.
Morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thanks for being with us. It is March 2nd, 2022. It is the weekend of the week. We're so glad that you're hanging out with us wherever you may be. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and GamingMorningshow.tv. I am Hefty Goof. Coming up tonight, 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time is GMS After Dark with Look, It's Mike O. Kate Zaid is our guest for Streamer and Social Media 101. Plus, we'll preview, first announced on Gaming Morning Show, Kate Zaid's baseball stream coming your way this Saturday. Expected to start at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Time. So find out more. Kate Zaid plays baseball live at twitch.tv/Kate Zaid. Probably. It's National Read Across America Day. So we're asking you, chat, what is your favorite book? We've had answers this morning that have been really great. So thank you for sharing some of your favorite books. We've had the likes of Name of the Wind, The Giver, Song of Achilles, Green Eggs and Ham. There have been many more. We've also talked about like some of the ways that reading was not introduced, but maybe like reinforced in our lives, right? So we had that throughout the course of the morning as well. If you have a book to share, we also give you a top 10 best children's books of 2022. So perhaps you know somebody who has a child, and sometimes you are encouraged to give gifts. Maybe one of those books could work, and we can share that again in our Discord if you would like. Brendan goes, dang, I forgot to request Ween Arena again. Well, Brendan, I have your back. What's going to happen this hour is at some point, we are going to play Ween Arena, and I'm going to be on screen swaying to the beat. So we got your back, don't worry. Also, Brendan goes, coming soon, Fudge Village. That announcement's going to be like 6 months old soon. Yeah, it's been very unfortunate because we've had a couple of dates on the calendar, and then something has come up. It's really frustrating. So I guess at this point, we probably should just not do Fudge Village. I want to. Don't get me wrong. There's probably nothing more I want to do than play Fudge Village, which is where Sean and I play through, sitting side by side, Resident Evil Village. But I don't think it's going to happen, so we'll probably just take it off the docket. So, shucks. I'm just kidding. We'll play the damn game. You can all laugh at me. It'll be great. In fact, Sean's very excited because Sean got a new face cam and is going to use that to not only focus on me more easily and probably a little bit more closely, but it's going to be probably at the highest resolution that you can possibly have. So, yay! Good for me. Good for me. It is now 8:11 on the West Coast, 11:11 on the East Coast, 4:11 for those watching GMS in the UK.
Welcome in, Final Hour crew.
The Final Hour crew is here.
A warm welcome for our Final Hour crew ambassador. Hey, it's Brendan_TTV.
Brendan will be streaming tomorrow at twitch.tv/Hey, it's Brendan_TTV. Thank you for being here. Quiet I Am Gaming, member of the FHC and beyond here. Scott Chick 360, part of the pre-show as well, hanging out with us. It's Mommy Scott Chick's birthday, so happy birthday to you, Scott Chick 180. Quiet I Am Gaming, as I mentioned. Earthling Gaming, Chris M. Yee,
mayor of the internet,
is here. Kate Zaid's been with us throughout the morning. Drew Mega had been here, had to take off before the FHC.
Hello, FHC.
Dungeon Meowster KJ is with us. K-Laugh. Thank you for being along with us and answering so many questions today. Welcome back, Kiki Lowe, who has been with us. Appreciate you watching this morning in between meetings and such. Many, many others who have been able to communicate in chat. many, many others who are lurking. Wu Dang Pig has been here this morning. Everybody who's been involved with the show, thank you for being a member of the Final Hour crew.
Hello, FHC.
Superphonic checking in as well, so thank you so much for being here this morning. We're getting cheers of fudge from people in the chat, so we will play Fudge Village soon. We also got to get the Shancert ready to go. Very exciting concept that we've come up for the Shancert that you might like, so get ready for that. We'll try to announce when it's going to happen. We're also going to get a GMS Games together very soon. I, if you don't know, transitioned from working full-time to doing non-full-time stuff. And GMS, of course, is going to be a big part of the plan, but freelancing and those kind of things. But that started yesterday. And so with having a little bit more control over my time, as it stands right now at least, we'll be hopefully able to do a couple more things. So you can also follow me at Hefty Goof, which will be a place where I'll be doing more than just GMS related stuff. And that could give us opportunities to do more stuff that we wanted to do. I just haven't been able to do. Earthling Gaming goes, Kate Zade's baseball stream? Question mark? Yeah, I don't know. It was announced here on the show just a few, 20 minutes ago or so. Kate Zade's going to play baseball on Saturday's Kate Zade stream. So very excited about that. Kate Zade is probably thrilled. Hey, it's Brendan _TTV. I don't know about my favorite book, but the scariest book I have ever read was Gerald's Game. I've never been so frightened by a book I had to set it down to take a break. Wow, Gerald's Game. Geralds, apostrophe S rather. Quiet cheering fudge. I remember enjoying the Alex Rider series as a kid. Nowadays, I'm quite into Kathy Glass's fostering memoirs. That's cool. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I'll have to check out some of these books because, like we talked about this morning, part of this change was also to take better care of my health. And one of those things that means is taking care of health both mentally and physically, right? And so getting up in the morning and being able to do some like stretching and meditation and just kind of living in stillness, because I'm just not very good at living in stillness, I've noticed. I always have to have some sort of noise in the background because so many people are so dang good at streaming. I watch a lot of stuff, so I'm always looking at a screen. So I wanted to find a way for myself to kind of just sit and reflect as much as I can in the mornings before the show. So I've also found, for what it's worth, there's a good amount of opportunities that involve doing things with like talking into a microphone, like from 4 in the morning until like 6 in the morning. So I actually might be able to find some stuff I can do on the side pre-GMS, which would be really great because then I can work on some of the other stuff later in the day. So Quiet M Gaming says, if your list... I have no clue what you just wrote, Quiet. I don't even know if you understand. Said something about shouting at Bob. Here are you two. Yeah, very confusing. I think my keyboard is done having a stroke. Can we get a check on Quiet I Am Gaming's keyboard? Oh my gosh. Are you okay, Quiet? Quiet needs more than just a new D. Quiet needs like all of the letters. I was wondering if Sean got a new cam, said Brendan. Yes, so Sean did get a new camera. They are taking a trip to the UK this summer, and so invested in a new DSLR, and Sean was pretty adamant about, well, if I'm going to get this new DSLR, I'm going to set it up. So I think my keyboard is done having a stroke. Yeah, we were talking about that. Thank you for being here, Superphonic. Ness is here as well. Thank you for being here with the Final Hour crew, Ness.
Hello, FHC.
It is good to see you. When is the Kate Zade Baseball Classic? It's Saturday. Gosh, that would be so much fun to have a Kate Zade Baseball Classic. Could it be the Kate Zade Memorial Baseball Classic? Chris is saying, play Stardew Valley solo. Are you suggesting I? Oh, that helped you with stillness. I just don't want to have to look at a screen, so I'm trying to do something that's not video games related. But I do, I have thought about, and that kind of plays into the idea of being able to play more games that are a little less actiony, which is good. So that could be fun. I actually did find Stardew Valley to be really meditative, and that I could see. Like I think everything aligns with kind of my hope. Other than I'm just trying not to look at the screen. Like yesterday, I went outside. In fact, I think I'm going to invest in some chairs for our deck. We have a small deck here at Hefty House, unlike Sean's big deck. Anyway, being able to go sit outside for like break time and stuff, because I work really well. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of Pomodoros, which is this idea that you work for 25 minutes, then you take a 5-minute break. Then you work for 25 more minutes, and then you take like a longer break, somewhere between 10 and 15. I don't do well taking that many breaks that often. I'm a momentum worker. And so when I get in a groove, I want to keep going and going and going. So I found the 55-5, 55-15 method works probably best for me. And so getting up, stretching, going and looking at things in the distance, those kind of things, is very helpful. And so being able to go sit outside under cover, we got to get an awning as well because it's always raining here, would help. It's 8-19. That team forfeited, so we are by default one of life's winners. 11-19 out east, 4-19 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. We are a morning radio show that plays games Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and GamingMorningShow.tv. We have news about TikTok and a way that they're modifying their video uploads. So we'll have that story coming up for you as well in just a little bit. Downs goes 8 hours of GMS? ? No, not a chance. Especially not a chance if I have to run solo. I learned a long time ago. I've been doing broadcasts for 20 years. And there's certain things that I really enjoy, and I've dissected it to the point where I know there's certain things I do not enjoy. And doing anything solo for a long amount of time, not fun. And honestly, it's hard enough to put together a 3 hours of gaming morning show with multiple people as it is, the way that we have it envisioned. So it would be fun to do more, like GMS games and some of those things, but probably not 8 hours of GMS Downs. Quiet M Gaming, check 1 2 3. Okay, so everything's good. I need a new keyboard. Quiet. Baseball Classic? What are you signing me up for? Says Kate Zaid. All we're doing is promoting the thing that you wanted us to promote. I have it here. And let me read it again on my phone, because that's the message through which you sent it to me. Dear Hefty, this is Kate Zaid. I am very eager to spread the word of the Kate Zaid Memorial Baseball Classic, a stream in which I will be playing baseball this Saturday, March 5th, 2022. Again, this is Kate Zaid from twitch.tv/Kate Zaid. I would like you to promote this as much as you can on the wildly popular gaming morning show, that everybody knows that I myself, Kate Zaid, will be playing baseball this Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. Please spread the word. Again, thank you. Sincerely, Kate Zaid. Oh, P.S. Hefty is the true wooer of Seb.
To quote Kate Zaid, Stardew Valley sucks all the time.
Thank you, Kate. Your words off the page, through my mouth, straight to you, chat. Oh, Downs goes 10 hours now. Okay, fine. Yeah, I can do 10 hours. Not a problem at all. Woo! Kate plays baseball. I accept this as a thing. Kate Zaid says, poor Kate. Poor Kate. All right, let's play Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. It's a very fun game, so get your letters ready.
To see the record for the most balloons banked in Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth, remember to type the easy-to-remember acronym DLTPFFTBFITMMREC.
Well, thank you, Bob. That's how you find out the record.
You're welcome.
Quiet M Gaming tried, and it shows us the all-time record is 269, and I believe that is the all-time, regardless of strength of difficulty, the all-time record. Brendan did it too. Wow, you are all getting so good at this, chat. Imagine if someday Fulfillment decided to change the easy-to-remember acronym. Wouldn't that be a shame? Brendan already guessed you as well. Ness says, and do not feed bears, IRL. Yeah, don't feed bears. It's a bad plan. They love it, but then they can get... What was the word from the story the other day about the bears? Like, don't care about human presence anymore. It was like habituated or something like that. So, don't feed the bears is what we're trying to say. All right, let's take a look at Don't Let the Person Floating from the Balloons Fall in the Monster's Mouth. We have a total of 8 balloons banked right now in this game. We will already guess you because Brendan picked it. Nobody else usually guesses you. It hit. How on earth? I guess we'll have to add that to the you streak. Every time Downs guesses you, it doesn't hit. Anytime anyone else guesses you, it hits. This is a phenomenon. Bum 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 bum. Phenomenon. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Phenomenon.
Bob says pretty okay.
We got a D from Downs. Downs, if you wanted to just resign from this game, I would completely understand. It just does not like you for some reason. By the way, it's a palindrome. Palindromes. S from Quiet. I don't know why this game does not like you, Downs. I prefer Google Feud as well. In fact, we mentioned yesterday that the Hefty wife, Sports Doc wife, Sean and myself were all hanging around with our mother-in-law. And we all took a scientific poll and said, based on this population of us 5, who here thinks the youngest child had the hardest time growing up? And 4 out of 5 people said yes, the youngest child is always the one that has the most difficult time getting their way. In fact, as a younger child, I always have to remember that it was not because of the circumstance in which I was born, the order of my birth, but it was just the fact that I had to prove myself to my family and have the opportunity to persevere through the difficulties that were presented to me as the youngest child. My older sibling just got away with so much. So many opportunities were provided to Hefty sibling so much earlier than I myself had the opportunity to enjoy. So, like many of the younger children out there who had the hard road, just know that you're not alone. We can persevere. Sincerely, Hefty Goof. We had an N from Kate Zaid. That did hit. We had an A from Brendan. That did not hit. So anyway, 80% of Gaming Morning Show's audience prefers Google Feud. We did a scientific research poll of the same ilk. Nurses run, says Kalaf. They indeed do, and that is your palindrome. Kalaf.
Correct.
Nice work. Proud of you.
Ding, ding, ding.
827, so we can play some more. We have 11 balloons banked. And don't let the person floating from the balloons fall into the monster's mouth. Occupations is the category. Chris and me, I didn't respond to any poll. You didn't get the poll mailed to you? You were probably not fully registered to vote in the poll. Again, we're doing this completely true to the heart of the democratic process. Eye roll. Sarcastic. Sarcasm. Firefighter. E from Kate Zade. Is that a factor of warning, lol? Like, nurses, run!
Exclamation point.
That's true. It's inconclusive, Scott Chick, but that's a good answer. Yeah, Chris, I'm sure your ballot is somewhere in the mail. So if you receive it, just send it back. Self-addressed stamped envelope or some... you'll figure it out. Your ballot is probably with Kate Zade's calendar. If you're not familiar, Gaming Morning Show has an award-winning, or at least certainly
clinically acclaimed,
fulfillment department. So many of the things that we need to send to people get out in a very timely manner. And everyone appreciates our emphasis through fulfillment. So, Interpreter says, K-Laugh, welcome back, our head of research and development. Cracked! You are 2 for 2 this morning. 2 more balloons are banked. We have 13 total, and we are slowly creeping toward that current best of 50. Not the all-time record. K-Laugh is cracked. This one is rhyme time. Rhyme time. K-Laugh guesses flower power. Coincidentally, the first letter is F. I actually thought you were onto something, but it is not flower power. However, F, L, and O, the spokesperson for Progressive Insurance.
Yes.
All hit. So if you would like to save money on your car insurance, just go to drsquatch.com and subscribe to Dr. Squatch Soap. Mike O, host of Gaming Morning Show, is a affiliate. So thanks to Mike O doing all the paperwork, you can save 10% on your first order by using purchase code DISCBRICK at checkout. And you can be the fine owner of this pine tar, heavy grit, nice smelling soap. And the way that that can save you money on your car insurance is the 10% that you save on your Dr. Squatch soap can go back into paying for car insurance. So check it out, drsquatch.com. If you would like to subscribe, you can. And if you use Disc Squatch 10, you can also get 10% off your subscription. All of that to say, Look It's Maiko is very generous to Gaming Morning Show. In fact, all of these emotes that you see on your screen now, those are from Look It's Maiko's affiliation with Twitch. So if you would like those, go subscribe to Look It's Maiko, and you can get those. How about them apples? Kate Zade being told from Chris and me, I'm currently looking up local batting cages so I can participate in the Kate Zade Memorial Baseball Classic. Do it. I love the batting cages. They're like family fun centers that have batting cages. And so, yeah, go-karts are cool. A mini golf is fine. But, man, the batting cage. I love that place. Downs goes, I thought you said battling cage. So now, apparently, Downs is in Fight Club, according to Chris M.E. Flavor Paver. Flavor Saver. Wait. Flavor Saver. Huh. Oh, crud. I clicked on the next puzzle. I didn't mean to. Hurry! We're going to have a lightning round of don't let the person floating from the balloon fall in the monster's mouth. The 1 minute timer, since we're usually on like a 20-second delay, it's going down now. I'm going to reset it. And we have to answer this puzzle by the end of this 1 minute timer. So this is places, and your letters need to go now. You have 1 minute. Los Angeles is a guess. Someone guessed San, as in like San Antonio or whatnot. So we tried Los, we tried San. It was not Los Angeles. All right, we have 48 seconds left. Chat, I did not mean to get us into this situation. I'm very sorry, but we have to guess the puzzle now. I don't want to, but we have to. The E did hit, so the is a guess from Kate Zade. It did hit, so the is the front, The. We have an R from quiet. Ooh, we're getting close. The what? We have, 25 seconds, and then I'm just start pushing buttons. A from Kate Zaid. Okay, that one popped. We have 3 balloons left. The, oh gosh. Yeah. Oh, the Kremlin. Okay, just a sec. Very nice work. Kate Zaid got Kremlin. Probably an ill-timed puzzle, but nonetheless, we got it correct on this edition of Gaming Morning Show. And to celebrate, as requested, it's time for Sports.Gaming singing Ween Arena on Gaming Morning Show.
Wienerina, such an unusual dog, so spooky and long. Wienerina, with the wag of her tail, on wings she set sail through the night. She'd like to play with the other ones, but she's frightened of the sun. All she wants is a little love and a little bit of blood. Wienerina, at midnight digging up bones with her pet snake Ramon. Wienerina, her doghouse looks like a tomb. By the light of the moon, she sneaks out. She'd like to fetch a ball and play, but the children see her and they run away. Hear her barking in the night. All she wants is love and a little bite. Wienerina.
Sports.Gaming. Oh, dang it, I missed an opportunity. It's like, we need a, what's a good radio station frequency, chat? We are a morning radio show that plays games, as you do know. We do not have call letters, nor do we have a frequency. So my question is, what would be a good frequency number? I don't want, 69420 or something like that. You can use 69, like it could be like 69.6, 69.9. Actually, 69.9 sounds pretty okay, because there is no 69.9. I think the lowest frequency in the FM radio spectrum is like, what, 87.9 probably? So we could do 69.9. Pickle, who's here with the final hour crew, is voting for 8008.5. 1069 is good too.
Hello, FHC.
Yeah, 1069, the Eagle. 99.9, that's good. Ooh, it's like Nick Lachey's band. 98 degrees could be 98.9. But because then I could do radio ramps. Because I had an opportunity to finish out the radio ramp. Be like 96.9 GMS radio. That's Wienerina from Sports.Gaming. Thanks for being with us. It is Wednesday. Something like that. So, Downs, I used to actually listen to 106.9 as a kid. I understand so much now. Oh, we could even make like an authentic like liner, like an authentic jingle-ish kind of liner. Maybe Superphonic could take the Gaming Morning Show jingle and help us make some liners where it's like 1069 GMS radio. We'd have to have a mascot. We could have 1069 Bear Bear. Yeah, 8008.5 FM. That's our radio station. Our sister station is 4377 radio. Different. Thanks for being here. We got a story about TikTok coming up in just a little bit. Our reminder, GMS After Dark with Look It's Maiko is this afternoon, 4:45 p.m. Pacific time. Kate Zaid will be there. It is social media related because we're going to have streamer and social media 101 with Kate Zaid. And you can find Kate Zaid streaming at twitch.tv/Kate Zaid. Today, among the days of the day, if you're just joining us for the final hour crew, we're asking, what is your favorite book? It's National Read Across America Day. So what is your favorite book is what we're asking. Today is also Ash Wednesday, World Teen Mental Wellness Day, National Banana Cream Pie Day, and National Old Stuff Day. When we first saw National Old Stuff Day, I asked, is that a thing where it's like you go to your grandparents' house, you're like, look at all this old stuff? Or is that pertaining to anything that you already have? Because once you have it, it's no longer new. It's just old stuff. I don't know what the answer is. I'm genuinely asking you, chat. What do you think the answer is? National Old Stuff Day today. If you don't know much about National Read Across America Day, each year National Read Across America is celebrated. It's the annual event, part of Read Across America initiative that was started by the National Education Association. Since the event is designed to encourage reading in children and is fostered through schools, March 2nd lands, whenever it lands on a weekend, the day is observed on the closest school day. Motivational Awareness Day calls for all children and youth in every community across the United States to celebrate reading and encourages them to read where they are, according to nationaldaycalendar.com. 877.cm 877.cm 877 cash meow. Ness says, I got a game day color still. That's old. Does it work? Like, the Game Gear comes up often because both Mike O and I had World Series Baseball that we had on our Game Gear. And we both thought the Game Gear was epic because of how big we perceived the screen to be back in the day. And then, like, we look at it now and we're like, holy cow. In fact, coming up on the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews, we have a story about the Valve Steam Deck. And that screen is ginormous. I think we've even showed side-by-side comparisons of the Steam Deck and the Game Gear in the past. According to Ness, it still works. Wow. Yeah, sorry. No, I know you were talking about Game Boy Color. I was just talking about my Game Gear. But the fact that you have... Did I call it the Game Day Color? Ha! That's funny. Game Day was the Sony PlayStation football game. And the thing that I loved the most about that game, it probably came out 1996-ish. And there's one version, it might have been the first version of it actually, the Big Revolution, that I'm pretty sure that game had, was they had, all these sports games have commentary. So the way it works in Madden right now is they'll get the voices of the game and they cut a whole bunch of lines that they need, and then the developers and everything program and stitch all these lines together so that when Melvin Gordon runs for a 6-yard gain, they have all the voice lines they need to stitch that together and then have some sort of analyst line after that. It makes, it's a process, right? Like, but it's amazing that they can do it. NFL Game Day, the video game that PlayStation had, it was either the public address announcer or the actual play-by-play announcers. And I want to say it was the public address announcer in the game. They made it so that if you created a player and that player had their last name in the game already, So let's say your last name is Smith, and then you make your player, Jacob Smith. Okay. Then whenever you would run the ball, it'd be like Smith on the carry for 4 yards, right? Well, my last name was in the game because there was an NFL player who had my last name. And so when I made my create a player, it would actually say my last name. And I thought that was so cool. So it was one of my favorite games that I ever played because of that. So. But yeah, the Game Boy Color still works. Not the Game Day Color, that's a different thing. Pokemon Blue, I played so much on it, said Ness. Wow. Pickle, kids today will never know the struggle of trying to play by the light of passing street lamps. So that was what was cool about the Game Boy, right? It was portable, but the first Game Boy didn't have a backlight. And so yeah, if you wanted to play, you weren't able to in the car at night, which is a really big disappointment because, as you can imagine, one of the best things about having a portable device, especially now that we have such better access to things like smartphones, is being able to have that on like long car trips. I especially remember having it available for bus rides because in a really small school, like itty bitty school, I was in everything, and including 3 sports teams. And because I grew up in Montana, in these small schools, your games would be hours away from each other. Like I remember we had one football trip where our football team wasn't very good. And so we got up at like 6 in the morning, got on a bus, drove 4.5 hours to our opponent's town, and then got beaten so badly that the game was over by halftime. There's a 45-point mercy rule at the time. So if the other team was beating us by 45, the game was over at halftime, or any time in the second half that the lead got that high. So we basically drove 4.5 hours, warmed up for like an hour and 15 minutes, went and played roughly an hour of football, turned around, got back on the bus, and drove 4.5 hours the other way. For the love of sport. Anyway, point being, when you're on those long road trips, we didn't have portable DVD players, let alone video games, for the most part. Some people did, and that was where having a Game Gear for that trip was epic. Chris M.E. says Game Boys didn't have backlights for many years. I did not know that. I thought the second version of Game Boy had one, so that's good to know. But yeah, not having the backlight. And then they had the little adapter thing. So they had that thing that went over your screen and supplied the backlight for it. So I heard, I never had a Game Boy, but I heard stories about parents would be able to bust you for playing games in the evening because you'd be under the covers, but there'd be this flashlight basically that gave you away. Because the LED screens now probably wouldn't be that bright that people could tell, but then again, I'm a parent. You figure I might know. It's 8:46 West Coast time, 11:46 out east, 4:46 for those watching GMS in the UK. Chris M.U. says, I miss being Ryan's analyst. Yeah, you shared a clip. You can follow Chris on Twitter. And you can find Chris streaming tonight, in fact. It'll be around 6 p.m. Pacific time. Chris usually on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. But Chris tweeted a clip of, was that Counter-Strike? And just made Chris think of when we were doing Kiki Cup, which was a everyone can play kill race tournament that was hosted by Kiki Low. And we were the play-by-play broadcaster and analyst respectively for that. And I really am looking to do more of those things, as again shifting out of having the full-time job and kind of piecing it together with miscellaneous stuff. I'm really looking forward to doing more play-by-play for video games, so that will be fun. And so yes, Chris, I missed that too. Downs, McNabb, Marino. Yeah, if your last name was McNabb or Marino and they were in the game at the time, it was almost actually closer for a non-EA sports game than what the actual Madden games were at the time. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Game Day actually did that. I have all my old discs over there but it's just buried and stuff. It would take me too long to get out. But I'll try to find that game day disc and share more about it. Brendan, my husband and I have a lot of vintage video game stuff. I think the oldest thing that we own is Street Fighter 2 cabinet. It's been broken for like 4 years. So I used to own a truck. It was a small truck. It was a Chevy Colorado. So if you kind of know truck brands, there's the Tundra. The smaller version of that is Tacoma from Toyota. There's the Ford F-150 and all their other F-Series trucks, and then there's the Ford Ranger. Chevy had the Silverado, and then they came out with the Colorado, probably in 05, I want to say. I think I had one of the first ones because I had bought it new at the time. And I used to have a truck because every once in a while, people in college needed a truck. I liked having a truck, but I didn't want like a big truck because I just don't do enough truck stuff to need it. So I had this really cool truck because it had like 25 miles to the gallon too, so the fuel efficiency was pretty okay. And then I sold it, and probably about 10 years ago. Well, fast forward, I get to my last full-time job, and there's at their IT department, they have a NBA Jam original. It was tournament edition, but it was one of the older like actual arcade machines. It wasn't like an arcade 1-up or whatever, but the 4-player version, right? And they had it, and it was broken, and they said if I could haul it away, I could have it. I didn't have access to a truck, nor did I have a place to put it. It was when we were in limbo, house limbo. And so by the time that we had space where we could have put it, and I would have been able to find someone, it was too late. They decided to fix it on their own. But I had like this window where I could have owned that. And of all the arcade cabinets I would want, because I'd rather have a pinball machine first, but if I could have an arcade cabinet, NBA Jam would probably be top 3. I really want Mortal Kombat, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, because I liked that game. I was better at that game. I loved the Mortal Kombat 2 console. Like, I wasn't as good at that game, and I probably would like appreciate that one more, but I was better at Mortal Kombat 3 when you could start running and stuff. So I think I'd probably pick that one just because I was better at it. So anyway, all of that to say, it's now 8:50. We owe you the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. Let's tell you this TikTok story that we've been teasing quite a bit. Andrew Hutchinson of Social Media Today has this story. TikTok's now going to make 10-minute uploads a thing for all users. This is the problem that apparently Vine ran into, and Andrew highlights this, is it's really tough to monetize short-form video. And so they rolled out 10-minute videos on TikTok, which I think is great because I think that kind of format actually works really well for things that are up to about 10 minutes long. So I don't think that that's a bad thing. It's just that I don't think it was available for all users. So they're going to roll that out. Short form video is certainly like kind of what's on trend right now. Attention spans are reducing. I remember we did a poll for the attention span of college students. I was working on a scholarship program back in 2014-ish. So this is 8 years ago now. And we were just doing some informal research in front of like a rec center on a college campus and just asking the question, like, what is the video length that you would like to see? Because we were going to make video content and offer scholarships for the people who were going to school using, who were making that video content. And at the time, we kind of honed in on 45 seconds, and that was 8 years ago. And I feel like our attention spans have shrunk even since then, right? So point being is TikToks that run 15 seconds, like, that keeps someone's attention if they're good. But again, you can't monetize it as easily, and they reference Vine having a problem. So TikTok is well aware of this, writes Andrew Hutchinson, and it's well aware of the increased direct monetization potential on Offer and other apps. And Brenda just said 10-minute uploads. TikTok, that's YouTube. That probably is the one it's referring to, which is a big part of why today TikTok has confirmed that all users will soon be able to upload 10-minute long videos in the app, a significant expansion on its current time limits. So that is a story. You can read more Social Media Today, and I will link it to the chat right now. Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews. It's a recap of the video game headlines of the day. We do it every single show in the 6 o'clock hour, and you can find all of it on our Twitter at WatchGMS. Just search
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
The Steam Deck is having a stick drift issue. However, It does not sound like it is hardware related, according to the story that Sean read from Joe Scrubbles of IGN. They are going to be able to fix that with a patch. So, no issue long term. It's not like it's something that's going to plague the Steam Deck for all eternity. However, it is something that's happening right now. A patch will fix it, says Valve. So there you go. If you have a Steam Deck, I don't know if Superphonic ever got his, but if you have yours in hand, you are going to be okay with the stick drift.
You know what they say about a big deck.
Joshua Rivera of Polygon says Microsoft Flight Simulator can now be played on your smartphone. That's kind of cool. I actually was talking about, like, wouldn't it be neat to, like, get out your Backbone little controller deal and you have the phone and then you could pretend to fly the same route that you're actually on the plane flying, and then you could have a race. I don't know if that would work. Anyway, that's from Joshua Rivera of Polygon. Microsoft Flight Simulator can now be played on your smartphone. And then Ghostwire Tokyo gets a free visual novel prequel, according to Ryan Dinsdale of IGN. So again, if you want any of these stories, you want to find it, go to our Twitter feed @WatchGMS and search #GMS Morning Gaming News. Out today, Edge of Eternity for Switch, Sam & Max. This time it's virtual for the PSVR. For the Warp for Switch today. For the Warp, Final Fantasy VI for PC, Blade and Sword for PC, and our GMS name of the morning, Dr. Oil, out today for Xbox One. Dr. Oil for Xbox One.
#GMS name of the morning.
This is the song from Miss Theo, So Good.
And over how you can be mine, 'cause I would.
You can find it on Spotify and many of the other places music is available to stream or buy. Miss Theo may not be with us on Friday because Miss Theo's having some computer issues. But if Miss Theo makes an appearance this week, it will be on Friday. You can find it again. Follow Miss Theo on Instagram. Downs goes, I had to work near enough all of GMS today. Work sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Chris and me said I actually had this thing for the original Game Boy that had lights and a magnifying lens that would make the screen look bigger, but it made it nigh impossible to play because of the distortion. Oh no! Ness said I played Virtua Fighter on an arcade machine. Virtua Fighter on arcade was actually pretty good. Pretty good. KJ said I want a Ranger. I love that size of the pickup. Yes, I would get Colorado again in a heartbeat. I actually am more of a car person for sure. I'll get a Camaro again at some point, especially if they make an electric version. Brenda goes, remember those clip-on lights you detach so you could see at night, or worse yet, you were on the car trip, play 2 seconds of time when the street lap passed. Yeah, man. Brendan and Pickle had a very similar memory with those. Apparently, Superphonic canceled the lightsaber, or canceled the Steam Deck, and then Chris asked lightsaber instead. So yeah, apparently Superphonic's going to get a lightsaber. Brendan, how is it my N64 controllers don't have stick drift, but a controller that is brand new can't manage it? There you go. There you go. All right, get ready for your takeaways that are pretty okay, chat. What is something you learned from today's gaming morning show? We got clip of the day just moments away. Also, our Billy Thundergun Award is yet to be provided. We have not handed it out to anybody today for their performance on the show. Quiet I Am Gaming had a pretty good show. Quiet did have the keyboard stroke, and then also when I was talking about being brother-in-law, husband, and like first cousin or something like that, kind of rolled those all into one. That was funny. That was funny. K-Laugh had a very solid "Don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth." I thought that was really good. Really good. I Am JF Downs even said the whole thing about a battling cage, which made me laugh. But today,
Billy Thundergun Teammate of the Match Award
has to go to Kate Zaid. I mean, on our show, to announce the Kate Zaid Memorial Baseball Classic, I mean, how honored should we feel, chat, that we got that news firsthand. Congratulations to Kate Zaid for the victory today. And remember, Kate Zaid just announced that Kate will be playing baseball live on stream this Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's really cool. We all need to start reserving batting cages to get ready for the Kate Zaid Memorial Baseball Classic. So that's exciting. And Kate has one of the most memorable quotes of all time.
To quote Kate Zaid, Stardew Valley sucks all the time.
Congratulations, Kate Zaid, our Billy Thundergun Award winner today. Hello, FHC.
Hello, FHC.
Kage Boy is here. Kim Chica is here as well. Two great streamers. Please give them a follow. And as mentioned earlier, Kim Chica has new YouTube videos out, youtube.com/KimChica, including some Let's Plays of Inscription, White Shadows, and Deltarune and more, youtube.com/KimChica. So Kage Boy, it's good to see you. Kim Chica, it's good to see you. It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Hey, look! It's the clip of the day. Toot toot. that could be like a 3 a.m. debate. Who do you got? Eye of Thundera or Eye of the Lord of the Rings? I don't remember which one that was called.
Eye of Sauron?
Eye of Mordor?
I don't know. I'm not a Lord of the Rings kind of person.
I've seen them all. So I should know this, right? I think it's Eye of Mordor. Which sounds like someone's mispronouncing murder, if that's the case. Eye of Mordor.
There's been a terrible Mordor here. What'd you say? Said murder. No, I don't think you said murder the first time. No, I did. Mordor.
It's Trogdor's cousin. Trogdor's cousin. That's so great, too, because we had referenced Jenny singing Trogdor, which is one of my favorite Twitch clips of a long time. So, yeah. Mordor. There was also unfounded accusations that I, Hefty Goof, is gonna Mordor Bob, because I said Bob is gonna receive a pink slip, a downsizing, because Bob was not cooperating earlier, but not gonna be the case. Bob, we're good, right?
Bob is good with it.
Okay, perfect. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Save Bob from Mordor. Yikes. If you're watching on Twitch, we are going to send you over to Control-Alt-Dan 1 after this, playing Portal 3. Variety streamer, 23 years old. Computer science student, North England, and Muslim. Control-Alt-Dan 1, and we can say good morning from GMS if you would be so kind. What's your takeaways that were pretty okay? What's something you learned from today's show, chat? We can share those with everybody who's watching this morning. And then join us today, GMS After Dark, 4:45 p.m. Pacific time with Look It's Mike O. We're going to have Kate Zaid on for Streamer Social Media 101. You can find out more details in both our Discord as well as on Twitter at WatchGMS. Takeaways that were pretty okay, chat. Something you learned from today's show. I don't actually see any yet. Mine was that apparently Bryce Dallas Howard has a birthday today, incorrectly identified as Bryce Dallas Harper from our source Cleveland.com, which is the Associated Press rundown of celebrity birthdays. Bryce Dallas Howard has a birthday today, and apparently Bryce Dallas Howard is Ron Howard's daughter. I learned that from Hey It's Brendan _TTV today, so thank you so much for sharing that with me. Kate's going to Mordor all of us for these baseball shenanigans.
Shillelagh shenanigans.
Probably. Mordor baseball on Sunday. At our Field of Dreams. Yeah, the Corn of Dreams. We'll play that video tomorrow on the show. Would love to see if you can. Maybe we can do like a Twilight recreation of the baseball scene, but with Kate Zaid and others. Kate loves baseball. Ryan is first cousins with Sean, and Mordor is murder. That's a takeaway from KJ. My takeaway is that we can create fake events for anyone here. Listen, I didn't create a single thing. This was basically a press release from Kate Zaid, probably. My takeaway is that Downs guesses you, it won't hit, but others can guess it, and it works. It is a phenomenon. Bum, 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 bum. Phenomenon. Bum, 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 bum. Phenomenon. Bum, 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 bum. I can't believe it's happening. But yeah, every time anybody else guesses the letter U, it hits, and don't let the person floating from the balloons fall in the monster's mouth. And never for Downs. I'm so sorry, Downs. All right, please say good morning from GMS over to Control-Alt-Dan 1. It is a mature audience's stream, as Twitch tells me. If you're watching on Twitch, we're going to send you over there, and we will see you again tomorrow for more Gaming Morning Show. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv. Enjoy your weekend of the week this Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.